Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SE Project branding logo that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand now, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I roll over something.
Solo un par de gente se llama el Putin entero. Funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SE Project branding logo that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand now, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I roll over something.
Solo un par de gente se llama el Putin entero. Funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SE Project branding logo that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand now, guys.
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I roll over something.
Solo un par de gente se llama el Putin entero. Funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SE Project branding logo that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand now, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I roll over something.
Whoa, look at that, man. I just did a mistake for the first time in a hot minute, man. What's good, everybody? Welcome to another Freestyle Sunday. Super excited to be on tonight. It's going to be a good show. It's going to be a damn good show because we got my boy Sasson in the building. I just thought it'd be ideal to kind of bring him on, properly bring him on, only because the last time he came on the stream was more as a filler because the person that we were supposed to have on didn't come on, and he jumped on and kept us company and be part of the conversation, which was really cool, really dope. But I think out of respect, you always got to have the proper invitation and do things right. So we have him on tonight. We're going to talk about the new BMW S1000RR, which I'm kind of in love with. That's really dope. His progress through YouTube, he just hit 1,000 subscribers, which is really dope. We're going to talk about my progress with wheelies, guys. Oh, story gets very interesting, I'll tell you for sure. And a lot more, to be honest, man. And of course, we have to highlight some of the super chats that are coming through very early. My man, Solo Rider, dropping the super chat, really dope. Very excited for that. So let's definitely highlight that real early. You know what I mean? All right, man. So we're going to do what we do best, guys, is to pretty much highlight some of our sponsors, and then we'll go back to basically reviewing some of the comments, some of the new people that are on here very early on, and then we'll get to be part of the conversation. But just so you guys are aware, I do create Motivation USA videos on a weekly basis. So what you're seeing here, guys, this is carbon fiber coming out of motivationusa.com. again, if you guys want to show love and support to this channel and what we do here, you always want to hit the link in the description for you to kind of grab yourself any of the parts, whether it's carbon fiber, whether it's a rear set or a stand or tools or whatever it may be. Is what we do. Not only we provide these amazing quality products for everyone to shop for and support the channel, we even show how it's installed, and you guys get to see me personally do some of this work. The clip that you're watching here is exactly that. That's pretty much an unboxing and install right into the whole thick of it. So definitely appreciate you, all of you guys coming through, showing love and support, and checking out these videos as well. You can see all 3 bikes in this clip here, and pretty much everything you're seeing here, they're all decorated from the same company, Motivation USA. So if you like what I do, the parts that you see on my pretty much my bikes or anything else, that's where they're coming from, and you want to hit the link in your case to support. All right, so I have been doing something that's pretty cool, pretty brand new. With, again, Motivation USA is doing product highlights, guys. Very, very cool, very short clips where we kind of do like a background and kind of highlight the beauty of a product. So stuff like this is very cool. We're doing new ideas, new concept. This is shot on green screen and kind of like highlighting per product and stuff like that. So they're usually pretty much short clips. They're more like product highlights. So if you see those pop up on their channel, definitely give it a thumbs up. They're just informative and just kind of showing you what you're going to be getting when you make your purchase. And of course, guys, we got to say a big thank you to Hard Knocks Coffee. They are a sponsor of the stream as well, guys. All right. I'm just going to pull that up real quick. These guys provide coffee for MotoGP, and it's definitely a big deal when you see a company like this support what we're doing, us sitting out here on a Sunday night chopping it up. So again, you guys want to show love and support. The best way to kind of do that, hit up those links in the description, shop for Hard Knocks Coffee, whether it's a gift for a friend, candle stickers and stuff like that. Always, always dope. And those things help us continue to basically produce content and at least bring you guys this Sunday stream every Sunday. As you can see, my energy is a little bit toned today. It's just a lot's been happening, man. I gotta recap and kind of fill you guys in with everything. So, but it's all good. It's not as bad. This week's been super busy. For example, I've been working on a lot of installs and unboxing and just really just grinding a lot. And I don't know. I think I mentioned last Sunday I did crash the KLX 140. One of the fairings broke, and to my dismay, it's the cheapest repair that I've ever done on a motorcycle. I'm buying a replacement fairing at $40, so that's kind of cool. I'll get that this week. Let's pull up the live chat here so we can say what's up to everybody that's tuned in early. By the way, guys, if you are here and you're early, hit that thumbs up, okay? It definitely helps. It pulls the chat into basically it makes YouTube push it to the algorithm. That way it can be seen. By the way, I do feel like I'm kind of dark today. Hold on one second. Let's get a little light going up here. Ooh, too bright, boys. Wow, still bright, huh? There you go. Just as handsome as it's supposed to be. Man, that's good. We had Bud Tussinose in the building. Really dope. Thank you for tuning in, guys. If you're here, definitely hit the thumbs up. Randy's Reality's in the building. Tuned in. What's good, everyone? Solo Rider. Thank you, sir, for tuning in, man. Thank you for the super chat. And, of course, Wifey's in the building as well. Energy's getting better. I'm feeling way, way better. Tool Twansy's here. At some point, we definitely got to bring him on so we can be part of the conversation. By the way, guys, super chat always helps, so don't be shy. Drop a super chat. It helps pay for everything that you see, even the cross dual screen that you see. That stuff is not free. It does get paid for annually. So let's see what else we got. We got Mr. Black Moses in the building. Really, really cool to see him here. Futurist Vipers in the building. Nizoni also is in the building. Man, I can't pronounce his name. Perfect. Shifter? I think that's how I pronounce it. See what else we got. More and more coming through. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll probably just kind of bring on the chat as we're going through the day and stuff like that. So keep an eye out. I'll be, if you have questions or anything like that you want to throw up, throw them in there. I'll definitely be reading them. But while we're here, why don't we give Sasson a warm welcome. He probably got himself all muted and everything, but it's all good.
Of course, man. Got to do what it do.
Oh, man. It's good to see you, brother.
Man, it's been a while. What's good? How's everybody doing?
Everything's good,
I'm actually watching the chat on my laptop this time. I did it smart.
That's hilarious. Hold on here.
Before all you bastards talking trash, I can see y'all, okay? This time I can see y'all.
Damn, son. Sasson's in the building, man. What's good, man?
Yeah, man, just been grinding it out. I know a lot of people in here have been realizing that I've been putting out a ton of content, especially like Instagram and TikTok. Like I've been heavy on TikTok. That needle is moving, and it's a great way to put your platform out there. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that I'm learning. So yeah, it's a good learning experience. So whoever's not on TikTok, man, you should go in there and then start uploading stuff.
So I guess this is going to be somewhat a little bit educational thing, because I am not on TikTok and I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, and I just thought to myself, if I could just narrow down my focus, I could probably get things done really nicely on one platform. But from what people are telling me, just kind of spread it out as much as you can. But I just don't have the time and energy and effort to kind of do it, man. It's just, I don't know. I think I'm just doing a little too much.
So here's an idea. You pay me, I'll do it for you.
Why did I know you were gonna say something like that? You know, I've gotten people offer me this, like, hey, you can just provide the clips and then I'll just get everything done for you, kind of. I'm getting that a lot. That's like a side hustle that everyone is doing. But that's what it is, man. So might as well do a little bit of story time while you're here, right? Guys, I'm just going to tell you now. I'm just going to tell you guys all now. It has been a very, very interesting process, to say the least, man. Wheelie practice has been going on really, really well. On Saturday, I worked on the bike, okay? I did some carbon fiber work on the Street Fighter and stuff like that. I woke up early and kind of do that stuff. Do the work first, and then I could play. And I go out there. I am doing so well. I'm doing so well to the point where I'm like, shit, I'm probably just going to go home. I'm just like getting a little, not fatigued, but like a little bored. I know, right? It's kind of weird, right? So I'm getting like this perfect groove of me just, and again, I can't explain this. I'm just going to do video clips of this in the future and just kind of show people how I'm learning it and how I'm understanding, because I'm getting to a point of the sound of it now. You know, you start hearing the bike, you understand how it sounds. It's this wah. You see, it's not. Most people tend to have the wah, and it just goes up, and then that's it. Either you loop it or something weird like that tends to happen. So I'm getting it perfect. So I'm clutching up every single time on point, wah, and then it's just climbing 1 foot down. I'm dragging. You know, I'm getting it further and further. I spent about 2 to 2.5 hours. I'm just like going at it. I'm doing it really, really well. And I'm like, I'm just going to do one more pass and I'm going to go home. And the other thing that I did, usually I record myself when I'm practicing, and I'm getting to a point where I get super comfortable. Like I get to the wheelie spot. I don't record myself. I have my book bag on, right? And I'm just doing it for like an hour. I didn't even stop to put my book back. I just kind of went into it and just like doing it and doing it. Finally, I kind of chill. I put my book back down. I'm like, I'm not going to bother recording. I'm just going to keep going. And it's just going great, because now I don't have to stay in the field of the camera. And I'm realizing these things are a little bit of a hurdle when you're trying to document it for people and trying to show what you're doing and the mistakes. So I didn't do it. So I'm like, it's like, sweetie, how big is that spot? It's pretty big. It's like a football field, right? It's like a football field. So I go from left side to the right side, just doing it, back and forth. 10 minutes before going home, and I know I'm leaving, I wheelied, right? And I dumped the bike. Yeah, I dumped the bike. That's not a big deal. I let it go. Actually, I crashed twice that day. I wheelied, and then the bike just slid under me. And you know you have it under control, because when that happens, I'm still holding the bike, but then I'm just standing. So I'm not hurt or anything like that. So I'm like, oh shit, okay. So I have a good flow, and I understand if I don't catch the rear brake, I'm just gonna stand. The last crash, the bike didn't loop, but it went up, and I'm like losing control. So I let it go. I let the bike go. Not a problem. It usually falls into the grass or the dirt. I land on the fucking bike. I land on it and nearly impaled my fucking nuts in the fucking pegs. Yeah. I pulled a muscle on my inner thigh really badly. I pulled a muscle a little bit on my, like my ankle a little bit. Of course, I had gear on and all that stuff. I wasn't hurt or anything like that. I went home, but it was just bad, dude. Oh my God, I was like, it's not that it was so bad where it's like I'm not doing it anymore, because Anna was like, so are you quitting and stuff like that? I'm like, no, I'm not quitting. I'm just gonna keep practicing to get where I want it to. I just want it, and I'm gonna continue doing it. And I'm like, maybe I'm gonna buy a cup now, because I nearly fucking took off my nuts. And the crazy thing is, it was so traumatic that I was super quiet the rest of the Saturday. I just didn't really say much, because in my head, I just kept on thinking to myself, like, damn, I could have just, like, really just caused severe damage. You know what I mean? So I guess it's a little traumatic. It's not something it doesn't mean it's going to stop me from doing what I want to and continue practicing, but it was just super scary that something so small, I let go of the bike fell on the floor, but then I fell on the bike onto the peg, literally nearly missing my balls. My left ball. It was fucking crazy. I know that and my adrenaline was pumping so much it didn't even hurt me. That's how crazy that was. And that was it, man. The whole day, I spent the whole day just thinking like, oh my God, I could have just nearly killed myself over this. But and I was like, maybe you're just going way too hard all the time. But the thing is, I got to the point where every time I clutch up, I'm at balance though. I'm basically go up, right? I'm not holding the bike up. I'm not chasing the wheelie. It's just levitating. It's like this very serene moment. It's like, holy shit. And here's the biggest thing, the biggest takeaway. You're not going to get up one day and be good at doing wheelies. I think a lot of people tend to, I look at YouTube, I see what the people do, or you're clutching it up, or you throttle up, you're just going to wheelie. It doesn't work that way. It's one of those things that you do progression-wise, and then one day you're just going to show up on the field, you're just going to do a whole 300 feet, 400 feet, and it's going to be like, oh shit, I got it. It's not like one of those, you watch every video, and then you could do it now. Because at that point that I was, Saturday, I'm saying Saturday like it was a long time ago, yesterday, I was going straight across the whole thing most of the time. Like I'm talking about, like I'm clutching it up about 3 times to cover the whole thing. So I'm pretty much going straight away. And that was a pretty scary moment. So I just thought I'd kind of share that a little bit, but not to kind of take away from us talking. But you guys know I'm pretty candid about everything. And not that I would stop doing it or anything like that, but I'm just taking other precautions just to really try to get to it. Because I'm at a point where I feel super comfortable now. And I could do it super. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird because I can't say that I know how to wheelie, but I know how to wheelie now. It's like when you could do something seamlessly. By the way, when you clutch up, just a balance point, there's a point when you wheelie, right? You clutch it up, it goes up, and you could chase it. The bike is like somewhat like here. Now I don't wheelie that way anyway. If I wheelie, I just drop it. I just bring it back down. When I clutch up, it goes straight up, like up, slow. And then you have control over it, unless I get it there. And I could do that almost like as if it's automated all the time. Same things. So it's you could see the clutch up, right? Clutch up, and you don't. I do it with the sound because I can't explain it visually, but the sound is basically, you hear the RPMs running, right? Wah, it's like a whack, right? Wah, and then you don't close it, but you close it. So bring it up, it's levitating, and then the bring back is just going forward. It's a super serene thing. It's like super cool, but a little interesting, and the fear part, you kind of get past it, and it's just like, and you get super comfortable. And I don't know if it was one of those things where, as I was doing it, I think maybe in my head I wasn't completely into it. I was getting so used to it. It was getting so comfortable, and I'm like doing it without thinking. Maybe that's why that happened to me. But yeah, but I'm good. You know, let me see and show you guys here. I do have a little bit of a limp because of the pulled muscle that I have, but the nuts are good, baby. The nuts are still good, baby. Oh man, I think Anna would probably be more pissed about the nuts part than anything. So I'm sorry, man. I totally took that. Well, I had to kind of fill everyone in, but it was wild, man.
Well, I was the one that got to see the angle from this.
The nuts are good. All right, let me give them the whole nuts. The nuts are good, baby. The nuts are good, baby. Yo, I can't believe I almost lost my nuts doing this, man. This is crazy, man. That is wild. But,
look at the bright side. You can live without nuts.
Nah. We cannot. Dude, you know what's so funny? Let me tell you what's so funny. I spent my whole Saturday thinking, wow, what if I didn't have any more nuts, man? I'm like, I don't know if I'd be able to live like this, man, because you know, it's something you have all your life. It's like, I don't have this anymore, man. I'm like, yo, all Saturday through the day, I just ponder that. That was the whole thing I thought about, man. It's wild. But I'm back on it. Once I do the fairing and then my pull muscle is fine, I'm gonna be back on it again, man. So the journey continues.
Shout out to Covert Becca. He got his first wheelie. I don't know if you saw that on his Instagram. Ooh. He pulled up his first wheelie, and he posted that on slow mo too. He was super excited about that.
Nice. Yeah, man. It's really addicting. I'm just gonna tell you now, it's really addicting. And then when you get to that point where it's like mindless.
You know what's crazy though?
What?
When I had my CBR 1000RR back in 06, 07, right up to 09, I started up with just power wheelies in 04, and then I transitioned over to clutch up wheelies back in 06.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a moment in time, like a few years passed by, and I didn't do it. And today I was just filming at my usual spot, and I was like, I tried to do a clutch up wheelie.
Mm-hmm.
It went up a little bit, but it scared the shit out of me. I was like, damn, this fear won't let me. It's the fear of dropping an inexpensive bike and fucking yourself up in the process.
Yeah. But you know what's so funny? I don't have the fear of dropping the expensive bike, but the fear that I realize that I have now is the fear that I don't have the fear. Because I'm like, oh yeah, that's my beater bike. So what? I'm like, whoop, bringing it up. I'm like, this is so good to the point where it's like people are stopping by like, all right, man, I used to ride when I was in my 20s. That's awesome.
You know what?
You know?
I'm curious to see. This is where my curiosity goes.
Uh-huh.
You're doing wheelies now in this little teeny tiny bike, right?
Uh-huh.
You're gonna end up getting on the Ducati, and you're like, you know what? I'm curious. You're gonna clutch up that bad boy. I don't know how that's gonna.
I will. It's gonna see. That's the thing. That's the beauty about it. I think once you get to a point where you're very comfortable and you understand the how and the why at wheelies. I think that was the first thing, because I think I'm getting this really fast, not the normal way. A lot of people spend, because I was looking at some people's practice time frame. Some people had like months to a year to 2 year progression. And I did talk to Dave Piccione. He's been here. He's really dope. He's really good at doing wheelies. He was like, you're going really fast. You're catching it on really quickly. And remember, I'm doing this daily for an hour to 2 hours. So I'm recording, I'm watching, it's like an NBA replay. I'm slowing it down, I'm watching. I'm like, what do I need to do? And I'm catching it. But what's happening is that understanding it It doesn't matter if it's on a big bike or a small bike. So another thing I could explain, and I didn't get that in the very beginning. I did say, hey, doing the 1 foot down really scared the shit out of me and freaks me out. One, what I did when I did the first clutch up with 1 foot down, I kept my foot planted instead of me dragging. I'm also able to do circle wheelies now too, because with 1 foot down, you can just drag it; it'll spin you around. So it's getting to that point where the comfort's really cool, and it translates to the same thing. That same method I just mentioned. You sit in the same position, you hugging the tank. Doesn't matter what bike it is. I think on a super bike, it's going to be a little bit different because the RPM, the power band is high. So you're going to have to be going like 80 before you hit that one to get it up, because you don't have as much torque at the bottom. So even on a big bike, same thing, right? The reason why we do like the standing still and then wham, it goes straight up with 1 foot down. Even if the bike is moving, let's say if it's a bigger bike, more power, the RPM's already spinning, right? And you know the power band's 5,000 to 7,000. You hit between 4,500, you go, wham. Even if it's with a big bike, it's gonna come up slow enough with that memory of wham. It's the same all across. Once you're in the power band, it's gonna be the same. Big bike, small bike, little bike, mini bike, it's gonna be the same exact. And it's like memory. And the thing is, it goes up slow enough, you have enough. The reason why slow wheelies are very important, when you go up slow enough, right? Like you said, it scared you when you did it, right? It went up really fast. There's very little reaction time. Slow enough, wham, just like you hear the sound, wham, and it kind of like drop a little bit, and you drop the throttle back. Right when it hits up, it slows. You have enough time to use your foot brake. If it's too fast, you might be so far back to hit the rear brake, and you might panic. By the time you're back, you're gonna panic. But if you just hear it's levitating a little bit, oh yeah, rear brake. You know what I mean? And it translates to the same exact. That's why everybody that wheelies everything. You'd see a Harley motorcycle is the same method, same system.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I remember a long time ago I did the same thing. There was a friend of mine. So my car broke down, and I used to commute from Orlando to Tampa until my transmission was fixed. Totally forgetting about the fact that, how much fuel you use from point A to point B, because it's an hour and 20-minute ride to get to Tampa, right? So I get there. One of my buddies is like, yo, I need you to show me how you do a clutch wheelie to my boy. I said, all right, bet. I didn't factor in the fact that I didn't have that much gas in the tank. So when I clutch wheelied it, I almost 12 o'clocked it. I slammed on that back brake, and she came down hard. And then what ended up happening was, when I got out of work, I noticed there was something shiny dripping off the what do you call it? The shocks.
The fork?
Yeah, blew the forks. Blew them completely, man. I was so mad. I was like, man, it's expensive. You have to know how to, like, when you come up, you have to know how to bring it back down. Like, as you're coming down, give it more gas. Kind of like it goes so down, and then give it gas as you're coming down, so you can have that smooth transition.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's practicing on dirt bike. The suspension, the damping is a lot long. The reach is a lot longer. So by the time you bottom out, it's a lot gonna be a. Let's see here. Oh, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, futuristic Viper, you're right. That's exactly what I did. I broke the seal. That was an expensive fix, I tell you that.
Hold on 1 second here. No, I just doing that here.
Oh, by the way, it's two-wheel Twansy, not Twansy. I got the pleasure to hang out with him this past. We can see all your information, bro.
Oh, you
what
can.
What are you buying?
No, it's just how do you call it? My it's drafting. Oops, sorry, everybody. Holy shit! Hopefully, all my personal information was not being shown here.
Yeah, it was there. I saw your bank account.
Well, take as much
grab
as
a
you
pen
can.
and paper. Grab a pen and paper. Let's jot down his bank account number real quick.
No, go right ahead. I'm just gonna dispute it, boys. I'm like, they got me good, boys. Hold on, let me see. All right, cool. Hold on, let me just see what I'm just doing.
So yeah, I had the pleasure to hang out. While you fix that, I can talk about
Yeah, that's all good.
like my little hangout with Two Wheel Twansy. That was dope. I got to meet him in person, and we went from Orlando to Daytona. It was a nice little ride, huge group ride, and yeah, it was dope, man. It was dope. It was really fun to meet him, and we're doing future plans along with Solo Rider, and Solo Rider finally got his finally uploaded a video on his YouTube channel. Only took him 13 years, but he finally got there. Shout out to Solo Rider. And then my last video was with Too Fast, Too Smooth. We did a bike swap. And that was very interesting because, my bike is packed with tech. So what ended up happening was it was so nostalgic going back to a bike that had very minimal tech in it. I don't know if he had any rider modes in it because it was in 2011 Gixxer 1000. And then, but he did add a two-wheel, what do you call it? A quick shifter to it. So that was interesting to see. I didn't notice how smooth it was until I transitioned back onto my bike and then realized, oh wait, his quick shifter is a little bit smoother than mine. And a lot more sensitive, I guess. So that was dope, man. We did that bike swap and I uploaded that video this past Saturday, which was pretty cool. We had a lot of fun. So yeah, so shout out to Too Fast, Too Smooth over there for letting me borrow his bike. So he says he's gonna get an S1K now.
No, that was weird. Okay.
What did you do? What you break, bro?
I didn't break anything. Just so see, you guys don't think I'm bullshitting. It cost me money to have this running.
So, I said, thank you for pushing me to do it. It's about freaking time, man. It took him 2 years.
Oh wow! He said, "Yeah, thank you for pushing him to do it."
His first video, man, it was hilarious just to watch him. What's up, guys?
Yeah, I saw that too.
Rider.
I saw it. He said, but you know what's cool though? In his first 2 minutes, he sounded very timid. He broke it very quickly. Some people take several videos, years of writing before they right early on. I think I even have the clip, and I watched it at the beginning. I was like, oh, he sounds a little timid. I'll probably let him know. Just do your thing, whatever. And about 2 minutes in, he was just going pretty natural, man. Yeah, I think he sounds really good too.
Yeah, he did. He's doing his thing, man. I was impressed. He kept me engaged. The topics that he threw in there was pretty dope. I was like, okay, this is really cool. So I watched the whole thing. So yeah, about time. So congratulations, buddy.
If anybody see that I'm a little off tonight, that's why everybody maybe he's kind of quiet. That's what happened Saturday, man. That was very traumatic. I thought only white people get very traumatic about stuff. I got pretty traumatic about my nuts.
Hey, when they said play ball, you were playing with yours on the bike.
Shit, dude. That was crazy, man. That was weird. Anywho, it's all good. I'm not giving up. You guys gonna see. You're gonna see where it lands, how it goes, and it's looking good. I feel good, look, so it's all good.
Just tell Anna to be ready with the icy hot.
Send me in. She got me full on support, man. So I'm all good. I don't got to worry about it. Let's see. There we go. But so I wanted to ask you about this too. That was one of the things that I really wanted to bring up.
Sure.
Is the new BMW? What's your take on it, man?
It's
Ooh, the way you said that didn't come off good.
Yeah, it's okay. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
Let me explain.
Okay.
Every time they do a change, I think I'm one of those people I'm becoming one of those people that don't like change because.
Oh, you're getting old, son. You're getting old.
Yeah. When it went from
don't be charging my ass $1,000. I like the eyes that has to do one like this.
What the fuck is this technology shit? Back in my day, I used to do stuff. Yeah, that's gonna be me. That's gonna be me all the way. But you remember when they had the offset lights?
Yes.
And they went to this one.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. What's your thought on that? Because I like the new setup better than the.
Is that what we're calling it? So I don't know. Like I liked in the beginning when I first got the bike. I remember looking at it from the side and said, "Oh, this is gorgeous." But then the lights were like, I don't know. And then they grew on me. And then this one came out, and I was like, it looked like some sort of sea animal in my eyes. I don't know, like a whale.
Okay.
Or something. I don't know. It just looked weird to me. And so then it grew on me also. And I was like, okay, I like this bike. I really do like this bike. Going back, looking back at the other one, I still like the other one. But this one I really do like as well. And what helps also is the new, the improved new features and the big display. Yeah. That bike still, you watch. Maybe one day that'll be added to my garage one day. It'll be added.
So to out of respect for the S1000RR, I'm just gonna say that as the years went by, I understood why they did it in that manner. Not that it was my favorite. People called it all kind of name. The Forrest Whitaker. They bashed on that bike hard, but performance wise, the way it worked was really amazing. So BMW did do amazing work. But what I learned to grew and understand about that S1000 is the fact that they managed to make people talk about them, whether it was great or bad or in between or falling anywhere in the spectrum. They were the talk of the town, and also it was distinct enough for it to stand out. Whether I liked it or not, that's a whole different story. So to their credit, they managed to really bring themselves up at the top of the crop over that. So that I can respect big time.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Like it was that as far as tech goes. I mean, they were ahead of the game, and then everybody started catching up, and then they threw in the new one, the K67. And now they have this new one that came out. In the beginning, it was kind of an eyesore because I thought the
new one. You think so?
The winglets were too massive. I was
my God, my dude. What, guys? All right, if you guys, you know what, we gotta make this real interactive. I am dropping like little polls in between this, just so it is what it is. I just want people to just be. I want this to be really engaging, not just whoever's the guest and whoever's watching. Everybody could comment, chime in. I want to know. I'm gonna do a poll. Let me know if you like that new S1000RR, dude. This is me in Ducati world, right? This is the new S1000 when this showed up. I'm like. Dude, listen, you heard it here first. I think they did the winglets better than Ducati did. The design is like this, like perfect with the nose. Keep talking. Listen. Hold on. Let me give you the spotlight. I'm gonna pull up this photo so you can see it because we got to get everyone's opinion on this. I'm sure everybody's seen this, but it is dope.
Wait. Before you do,
go.
I ended up warming up eventually to it. So now I'm getting to that transition. I'm like, okay, I'm starting to feel it. And I was like, I wonder how that would look on my bike. I'm getting to that point, so it's like the rear section, I feel like I can take off all the original plastics that it has now and add on because I feel like the subframe is the same exact as current model. So all they did was change out the plastics a bit. The only difference, I think that they got rid of the trunk. I don't see a trunk on that one, on the new one.
But do you think what could be happening is, what do you think that's happening? Hold on one second here. I'm just going to. Let's see. So what I was saying is that, does he think that the new bike, right, it's going to, let me just see here. Just confirming here. I think he dropped by mistake. That's all good. I resent you the link, so just jump in. But while then, I'm going to pull up the bike because I want them to see this bike. And I think what could be happening with a lot of people, for example, is that, you know, when you have a bike and yours is brand new and then the new joint just come out, I think there was a lot of lash in terms of BMW where people that just bought the other bike and
Walden,
how do you call it here? Yeah, you know, in a lot of cases, I think where people that bought this bike. Let me see here. I think did you drop? Nope. You're here. There we go. You're here. He's here, boys. I'm just pulling up the bike because what I think that's happening with a lot of people is the fact that they might have bought the bike just before, and since there's a newer bike, instantly is like, oh, you know, my bike is old kind of thing. Because to be honest, to be fair, I think what BMW did is a little strange. I'm just pulling this up right now so we could take a look at the S1000RR. Where are you? Models. Yes, let's do M.
I think that's about right. If you look at their history, like when they did 15, when they went from the 14 to the 15, so if you look at 15, 16, 17, then they changed it in 2018. They gave it like a refresh. And then there's 20, 21, 22, and then 23 comes around, they gave it a refresh. So that sounds about right.
Yeah, but I think they did this kind of early, man. Don't look at my porno, guys. That's my browser history. I'm kidding. 2023 BMW. Yeah, I bet you guys thought you were going to see some bad words come up, right, as I'm writing. Yeah. Yes, 1000. You know what I love hanging out with in the stream with you guys, man, is the fact that I could be myself and just really be a clown and stuff. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, even though some of my jokes,
that's what I'm all about.
I could be corny and say some wild, crazy stuff, and that's kind of cool. Hold on, I'm just pulling it up here on this site. It wasn't on the BMW official site yet. The red is not the one that struck me really badly. Is that Ducati? Yeah, of course. Dude,
I'll tell you what, when it comes to Ducati, I'm still not a fan of the new winglets. I still love the previous ones.
Yeah, the new ones definitely have their little space. I'm not gonna say that they don't. Damn, why can't I find? You know what? Let me just go under Google image. Oh, these guys are probably like, oh my god, we're gonna see his Google image. We know what's gonna come up.
We're gonna see your history is what's gonna happen. Like, oh shit.
You can look at my history. It's all good. Full of holes.
Betas.com.
Yo, I got the level of nonsense. Guys, by the way, thank you for everybody that tunes in and put up with some of this nonsense, man. I mean, sometimes you come on, just want to have a good time and chill with everybody, so it's all good. But yeah, let's take a look at the front of this thing. It's really, really cool. The winglet seems like they're seamless. You know, they're not disconnected, disjointed from the design. Look at, come on, Sasson, come on. Come on, man. Look at this.
Okay. I guess.
Oh my, guys, you know what? Let me drop this poll. I just want to get everyone's thought here because everybody that's watching, because I think it's one cool looking bike, dude.
Does that have a trunk? Okay, I like this angle.
Yeah, look at the front of that, man.
I think I can actually attach that to my bike and make it look the same. I'm telling you, that subframe is exactly the same as my subframe, and I can order those plastics and just slap it right on with no problems.
So I'm going to tell you one thing I don't like about that.
What?
Okay, hold on 1 second. Just adding that poll real quick. I just want to make the discussion as engaging as possible moving forward in the stream. I just drop a poll. Guys, let me know if you like this. So I don't like what you just said. I'm not a huge fan of it, and I'll tell you the problem that I have regarding stuff like that, only the reason. So yes, the bike is brand new. You might be able to connect the winglets, but look at, come on, dude, look at that. BMW hit a home run, man. They hit a home run with this bike.
It's slowly growing on me. It really is.
Dude, that is nasty, man. There's another shot. When I saw this shot of the bike, I was pretty taken back. I'm going to show you where they have the front end. You can clearly see it.
If they have like an upper angle, like viewing it from the top.
Here it is, right here. Oh, these motherfuckers here. All these, Oh, I hate when the internet does this, man. You click, they just keep clicking. There you go. Look at that. Come on, Tasson. Come on, man. Come on. Yay or nay? Tell me. That's an upper view.
Now, okay. Now I'm looking at it. All right, for upper view,
dude.
It's getting there. There's a slight delay in the. Okay, I haven't seen it from this angle,
dude.
So that looks really good.
That looks really good, man. BMW was really killing it right now with this thing. I think.
But you know what?
Yeah. What?
I could attach that to mine. I can just order those glasses.
Yo, I have a serious issue with that. I have a serious issue with that you just said right now. I'm not even kidding. So Ducati did the 2018 Panigale V4S, okay? And then they did, that wasn't the homologated version. That was just a bigger one. It was more than 1,000. And it had the metal what's the front basically the engine mounts. It was like a brush finish. People started putting the covers on it, making it black, and then they did the 2018 model V4S. That was the homologated version, so 1,000 cc, blah blah blah. And then they came out with the first winglet, which I like a lot. Okay, people that had the 2018 started buying the winglet, slapping it on the 18, and so. And it's not a dig at anybody. I just feel like, let's say for example, and that's why I didn't buy that bike. Like, if I go out and buy the 2020 or the 2022, anybody who has an 18, they're just going to slap the winglet, like as if they just blew 35 grand, as I did. I'm like, man, get the out of here. Come on. Yo, that's wild disrespect right there.
You know, off-market manufacturers are going to start making that plastic, and then they'll make it look better.
You think so?
And then yeah, absolutely. They're trying to make money.
Yo,
they're gonna make it look just as good, if not better.
Yo, I get a little funny style when it comes to stuff like this. I'm like, man, I go out and buy that 2023. You show up with your 18 with the winglets. You know yours is not no damn 2023. You know that. So
a little 2020.
Yo, there is so many people in New York that's rocking 2018 Panigale V4S with the 2022 winglets on them. I'm like,
yep.
These guys, they buy the whole side. And I'm like, man, that's violation. Like, I don't want to buy that bike knowing that I'm not being like a jerk about it. All right, let's just be clear. I don't want people to start interpreting this like, man, this guy is on some funny business. I'm just saying, you know, if you buy a bike brand new, right, and you got that fresh bike smell, you're like, yo, I'm good for the next 5 years. I got the newest joint. And right? That's where I'm going. Like, it kills that vibe.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. Look, like today I went out riding, I did some blogging, and my bike still, everywhere I go, people stop and they're like, yo, that's a dope bike.
Yo, Mr. Black Moses just hit us up right now. You said stop hating on a 2018 V4S. See, I can respect that. He has a 2018 V4S and he loves his bike. He's not trying to pass it. It's the guy that buys a BMW. He debadged the car, and put an M3 badge on it.
Let me just tell you, I saw that the other day.
That's where we're going right now.
I saw it on his Instagram, and his bike looks sick.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know what year it was, what model it was.
18.
Like, this thing just looks sick.
Yeah, but see, there's a level of respect there. He loves his 2018, and it is what it is. He's rocking it honorably. He blacked it out. Yeah. It looks good. See, what I'm trying to say here, people are trying to pass it as off the other. That's the thing. That's the bothersome. That's where I'm getting at. Not that I'm hating on people. This is it.
I think the level of respect is that Black Moses is like 7 foot and you're like 5 foot nothing. He'll beat the crap out of you if you say some shit.
Nah, come on, man. Black Moses and I, man, we're grown men. We would never do that. We're going to sit down and have a drink. He's going to be like, listen, Mike. Have you seen my gun collection? Nah, man, man loved him. He's great people. But I think
Yeah,
it's
he
cool.
seems-
You know, he loves the bike. He's not putting. My thing is the people like that buys the M3. I mean, like I see a lot of kids do this. Like they get like a E40 or something like that, E93, and then they debadge it or whatever, and they do the front scoop, the rear spoiler, and then they drop an M badge on it, and then straight pipe it. And it's like, yeah, it's the same thing. It's not. Come on, don't do that. And I don't like when they do that. I like when they do something fresh that's completely different. You can't tie them. I think what BMW did is a little strange, the fact that I don't think your model has been around long enough for them to do this upgrade. I think they really got shook by what other industries doing. We're talking about the competitors. They're like, we got to go back on it. Because when their bike came out, BMW came out with their S1000RR with the symmetrical, which is cool. I love that a lot. We had the whole cam issue where, you know, you had to get it tuned. And then BMW Ducati was hammering away. They're just like doing well. They're like, we have to do a rebranding, a retouch. We can't let them build this huge gap. It's only been 2 years since your model came out.
So you think that BMW and Ducati are at a tug of war?
Yes, 100%. 100%. 100%.
I didn't think about it that way. Yeah, because I don't see any. I mean, there's no other competitor. Not to downplay any other bikes. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause the other bikes there, but I feel like between Ducati, especially after riding the 2022 Ducati V4S, it felt like, I would say kind of like at home. Like, okay, this kind of feels like the BMW, but it's taller. You know, it's different. You're a lot more leaned over. Like my buddy he texted me today. He told me, yo, I really, really am considering to get an S1000RR after riding yours. Like,
dude,
really.
Mizoni just mentioned something. That's why I like it. I'm a big anime guy. She said that it has a Gundam feel. That is so dope. And they have the double R on right?
I didn't think about that.
Yo, I'm telling you, BMW has a hitter. That bike looks good, man.
I didn't think about that. You're right.
Looks like a Gundam.
Huh.
Yeah.
Hit the nail on the head. You find out.
And I like but I'll tell you one thing that I don't like what BMW did this season. They took the S1000R. They put the winglets on it also, which they're following the same. They're following Ducati's lead. And that's how it is in any industry. You follow the lead of who's winning, who's doing it well, right? Their winglets on the S1000R is pointing like up like this, which is kind of a weird angle. The bike performance-wise is supposed to be really good. I'm not crazy about it.
Single R.
You haven't seen what, boy?
I've seen the double R, but I haven't seen the single R.
Oh, you know what? I might as well pull that. Yo, I have you on tonight because I'm like, he's the BMW guy, so it's gonna be perfect to kind of BMW out with him. Hold on, let's pull this up.
Well, I do recognize that, Mike. Let's go. Me and you about to race.
Let's go, boys.
My BMW against your Kawasaki.
2023 S1000R. I like the new colorways that they're doing. A lot of really cool, interesting things that's happening in the industry. I think it's really dope. I don't know if I love the winglets, though, man.
Futuristic Viper said that Kawasaki is paying attention to BMW.
Well, that's how it is in any industry, though, guys. We're talking about the leaders. Whoever's leading in any industry tend to, set the tone, set the pace, what people want, what they like, what they find, interesting. And then everyone's tend to fall in line. Remember there was a point in time, I think probably like 5 years ago, every single vehicle looked like a BMW, at least has the line. All the VWs have the lines of a BMW. Even some of these sedans started having very BMW-ish lines because that was super appealing. I feel like that's what's happening here as well. Well, I'm just trying to find a photo here of that S1000R. Oh my God, I just bumped into another S1000RR. We got to see that, boys.
Shotgun Jeremy, what's good, baby?
Yo, look at this, guys. You see that right there on your left? Let me see if it'll blow it up. Right here. You guys see where my mouse is moving? Right here? Look at that upper view, man. That's totally Gundam. And the double R right on the left side of the brow, man. They really did something cool. And I think that might be subliminally. That's what has me like very interested in it because it looks. I'm a big anime guy, and I am into like the whole Gundam and anime style look. So that could be something that's drawing me into it as well.
I tell you what, the double R winglets are starting to grow on me.
Yo, they are
Is that
cool.
a space? It's got like a little space in the winglet right where the light is. I thought it was attached to the plastic.
No, right in the middle. Hold on. Let's pull that up too. Hold on.
Oh, that's the single R. Okay, I'm on a delay over here.
Well, there's a little bit of a thing here. See, there's a little bit of a lip, and then the way it fits. What I love about it, I feel like, so, you know, not that I'm hating on anybody. I try to look at everything very subjectively or objectively. I would say objectively. You know, if somebody's doing something cool and it's really dope, I'm going to admit it. I'm going to say it is. You know, yes, I like Ducati a lot, but I could still point out, like, if somebody's doing something really cool. I feel like even though there's a lot of downforce on the on the V4S, it just looked like winglets sticking out. I've always given credit to how do you call it? Honda. Their new Fireblade, the winglet is really, really cool. It's part of the fairing. I think creating something as sleek, not only where it's just not that it's just like winglet sticking out. It's functional, but it fits into the design. It doesn't disturb the design. I think they do a good job. I just don't think.
You know where they got that from, right?
From Aprilia?
Nope.
From where?
From their Civic R, Type R.
No way! Wow.
Look at it. Look at the Civic Type R. It has the same functionality, same like winglet kind of thing on right next to the tire. They applied that same thing right up to their Honda. What do you call it? Their Fireblade Triple R. I sat on that bike when I was buying the BMW, and he was like, "Man," the guy was like, "Man, you should buy this bike. It's got a key fob instead of a key." And I'm like, "That's weird." You know me with technology. I'm like, "That's weird." I don't trust that. But I sat on it, and it felt super uncomfortable. I was like, I don't like it.
Do you see the single R? You see, the winglets are odd.
That is weird.
That is weird. That is an afterthought.
Like a bug. It almost looks like a bug with wings.
They're at this point they're competing with the
from the side
FZ10.
view, it kind of looks like the Street Fighter from the side.
Well, they're following the clout. They're following the juice.
Yeah.
Ducati's leading with it, and they're like, we gotta throw in some winglets to get this right, boys. So
and just take it to Mike so he can add some carbon fiber pieces to it.
the carbon fibers. Yeah, I mean, I like the colorway. I love the headlight. I'm not crazy. The winglets are just, they look like they were thought of after. We cannot let Ducati have all the wings for 2023. Right. We need to throw on wings. I don't think that's a very good German accent, but throw on the wings. Because you know how German's very like aggressive. It's like, throw on the wings, 9-9. That's exactly what it was. I mean, on the double R, they definitely knocked it out the park. I love that a lot. The single R, I think that needs work for sure. I wouldn't recommend that one, in my opinion.
Jeez, coming back. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird to me. That single R looks weird.
The single R definitely looks weird. I
mean, the look itself, without the winglets, they look good. But when they added the winglets, it was like like you said, it was an afterthought.
Yeah, it was an afterthought. Basically, you know, everyone's kind of dropping winglets. We're seeing it. I think next up we probably might see an MT10 with winglets, probably. Also, I think it falls in line with. What
is your thought on the MT10?
So that's so funny. I was just gonna say, what's your thought on the MT10 too? You asked me first, boy. You don't like the MT10. So here's the thing. Visually, I don't think it's what I want. But sound-wise, though, I think it's really dope. The cross-plane crank sounds really good. And very important, boys, we got to give credit where it's due. They are doing some really interesting things. I know there's Euro 5 compliance is happening where they're toning down the bikes, the exhaust with the cats and everything else. Yes, they tone everything down, but what I think that's super dope that Yamaha is doing is going under the radar. And the only reason why some of these things are going under the radar is because Ducati's doing so well that everyone gets to be overlooked really easily. They have these vents at the very top of the tank that's pumping out the sound coming from the crossplane right to you. So you get that feel and you get that sound without the happening on the outside that would disturb everyone else. That's really impressive.
Wait, so you're getting fake sound?
It's not a fake sound. It's not a fake sound. See, that's the thing. It's not a fake sound. You're hearing the engine and the roar of the crossplane. There's like it's echoing through a chamber coming to you. Super interesting. Nobody's doing that.
Huh.
Let me pull that up too while we're here, might as well. But very, very cool technology, and I think it's very interesting. Your bike doesn't have to be absurdly loud or disturbing the crowd or everyone else, but it's gonna sound good enough. Let me pull that up. MT10 23. I think that's a very cool thing.
But you know what? A lot of even cars are doing stuff like that. Like the new Tundra. People are missing the fact that the new Tundra doesn't have a V8 option. It's all V6, and they are pumping the sound through the speakers.
That stuff is, to me, those things are all new stuff that's changing with the environment and them trying to make changes that's going to help them. But the problem that they have, I mean, I'm just getting a little philosophical here when we're talking about this a little bit, is the fact that the amount of pollution that a motorcycle would make or even a car would make still doesn't warrant enough of a change to help climate. Now, if you look at electricity stuff like cars and motorcycles, they move toward the amount of damage they're doing to dig up lithium for batteries. That's going to be a bigger problem long term. Nobody's talking about that. Yes, fuels is a problem, but we're talking about digging hole in the earth for lithium. That's going to be a problem too.
Yeah.
So we're going away from one problem to another problem that might be even bigger. So that's a whole other thing. But I do have the MT10 here. Let me pull that up so everybody could see it. Guys, by the way, thank you, Sasong. Thank you, all of you guys that are here. I'm just going to let you guys know right now, man. It's really dope having you guys here. No joke, no lie. I've been having a great time, shooting videos, doing the wheelie practice. I was pretty down about it. I'm sure you guys could probably watch the stream in the very beginning. My energy was a little bit different. Not because I was down. I just feel like a lot more at home with everybody, just talking, chopping it up, telling you about what happened. It's almost like you guys were there. Oh my God, you nearly killed yourself, man. We're all crazy right now. So I just feel like, I'm venting with you guys. So it's kind of cool, man. I appreciate everybody here, even you, Sazong. So thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, nothing but love you, man. That's what I do. I like to help people out in any way. Even if you're down, you have a couple of drinks. I'm telling you, man, you and Anna need to come down. Anna already knows that the kitchen is all hers. She can have that all day, every day.
That's awesome.
A little bit of a bad news though, man. Like, I'm currently in the situation where I just found out that my house won't be done until January 2023. Dude, it was supposed to be done next month.
That's the news everyone's getting on anything that they're working on, because there's like this whole backlog of everything.
The problem is I'm renting out this room, and I told her November.
Ooh, also you have to move.
So this was a temporary fix. So now I have to find another temporary fix. It's like, I don't know, man. It's weird. It's a weird situation to be in.
Oh, the contractor is going to help in terms of the delay and stuff like that?
Hell no.
No, you kidding? No way.
I'll be honest with you. I told him his solution was tell him to get an Airbnb. I had my realtor guy talk to him. He said, yeah, tell him to get an Airbnb. I'm like, that's kind of a dick move, but okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Holy hell. Let me pull this up real quick. Hold on one second.
Go ahead.
That's it right here, guys. You see right here what I was talking about. By the way, this bike sounds amazing. I've seen it before. And I think Yamaha has this thing where it's about the ride, the sound, and not the looks. It's a pretty odd looking bike. Definitely, granted, it's different. I'll give them that. But this is what I was talking about. You guys see that right here? If you look below the front brake, see that vent right there?
They did the R1 lights at the bottom.
Yeah. They kind of put them closer together with like a brow and stuff like that. But I think they have to do something like this to stand out, to be different. Whether it's almost like the same thing we were talking about BMW, where when they did the eyes where they weren't perfectly aligned, you know, it gets people talking no matter what. It's one of those things. But if you look right here, there's two of those vents on the left and the right side of the tank, and you can hear the cross-plane roar, and you could hear the air being scooped in to the engine. It has a very unique experience, and it's very, very different. And I think it's completely getting overlooked by what the competitors are doing. We're talking about, you know, your Ducatis here, some of the big boys that are doing things that getting people excited. But I definitely think they're doing some very interesting stuff with that MT10, by the way.
I don't know. It's still ugly.
Well, that's the thing, you know. I think in a lot of cases we buy with our eyes, you know what I mean? Before we go out there and pay 30 grand for our bikes or whatever, 35, 28, whatever it is you're spending, everyone buys with their eyes, you know what I mean? It's like, here's a good example. I always talk about Ducati, and again, guys, I'm wearing a damn Ducati sweater here. It's kind of like my spiel at this point. In the beginning, Ducatis were very hot. They're very racy, very torquey, choppy down low, but they just look so good. People were still buying them. People are buying with their eyes.
Yeah. That's what drew me to the, well, first of all, the looks didn't really draw me to the BMW. It's the experience I had with the 2016 BMW 7000R. I had that bike and I fell in love with it. When I went with the R1 at 2020, that's when I was like, you know, this is a great bike. It sounds amazing. You know, I changed out the exhaust. What was weird is I put an Austin Racing exhaust on that thing. And it was the first bike I've ever ridden that every time I would ride it, I would come home smelling like the exhaust from head to toe. It was weird. Like the fumes would come back around. I don't know if it was, I don't have the same setup as Dylan. Dylan has a little, the one that peeks out at the side. Mine was further out, right, where it was next to the swing arm. So it was a little bit longer, but for some reason that shorty pipe would bring the fumes over into my pants, my jeans, my shirt, like I would walk in the house and like, bro, you smell like straight up exhaust. I'm like, damn. So it was weird. It was kind of odd. I don't know. So, and then switching it up to the BMW, I was like, this feels amazing. Going from the cross-plane crank to the regular inline four was a big difference because the gearing, and here's a kicker, the gearing on the R1 is not far off from the Ducati V4S.
Oh wow!
It's not far off. It has a very long first gear. I had to remember that because when I hopped on the Ducati, I remember when I was letting go of that clutch, it was like it was clanking. I was like, oh shit, wait, what's going on? You have to gas the hell out of it. I was like, okay, I gotta switch my mind to R1 mode, and it worked. So it's a weird gearing that it has.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these bikes are really. I mean, I always go back to this. I really like naked bikes. I really like naked bikes a lot because they make you feel very powerful when you use them. You know, it has just enough. I feel like when you're on a super bike, which is awesome, I love them. I love the way they look. You really have to go in to get that same sensation. To hear it scream, to hear the engine, the exhaust, you have to be hitting that 80 plus. A lot. You can't ride those bikes slow to get that same sensation.
I was considering getting I was looking into it and considering getting a Street Fighter. I was like, okay, let me do my research. And then everyone said this. Everyone who I talked to when I went out to like bike meets and saw people on a Street Fighter or any kind of naked bike, they all said the same thing. That wind just hits you direct when you're doing 90, 100. Because let's face it, we all do it.
But so here's the thing. And not to say that it's not true. The wind, if on any naked bike, you're gonna get some wind blast. You cannot have everything that you're trying to get. if you know you want to ride triple digits, race style, knee down, you need a super bike, right? Full fairing, double bubble. You could tuck in, but you can't be like, oh man, it hurts my neck, my shoulders, my back. That's what you sign up for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's, damn, this thing keeps on timing out on me. I don't know why. If you see that it drops that song, I'll just send you the invite. Okay. But I think what happened is it's gonna be one or the other. You can't. None of these bikes are gonna do everything. Right. You know, but I feel like it gives you a good enough. You know, you don't have to be like 200 miles an hour, which the Street Fighter can do it. You don't even need to get to nearly to that point to get that sensation at all. Because the way the torque kicks in, how fast it goes and how it dips, it still has the same characteristic as a super bike. Granted, yes, if you hit triple digits, you have to be holding. I did 160 or 170 on Detroit with this thing. You know how the back of the Panigale, they have the little single seat thing and there's the thing that holds you in? That thing felt like it was going to impel me on the Street Fighter. As I'm like, and I dipped down, I'm like right below it, but you could feel the wind just pushing, your whole body's being like sucked back. You know what I mean? And again, at which point are you going to be doing this as often? Like I said, even if I have the super bike, how often am I going to be doing this? And at some point, I'm just going to get in trouble a lot. Because you cannot ride that bike the other way.
Even Solo Rider said the same thing. When he rode his, what does he have? Hyper. Mm-hmm. When he rode his Hyper, he told me, he was like, every time I hit the highway with that thing, it's just like holding on for dear life. I was like, damn, like I really would like to have at least ride one and see if I would like it. But it sounds like those bikes are kind of like the type of bikes that you would just cruise around town and chill.
Yo, when I'm on the Hybrid though, I want some super flex stuff. When I'm on the Hybrid, because you know it's really tall. I'm on a highway because I'm not doing like triple digits on. I'm rocking between 80 maybe with 110. Are you gonna see me bump in that area? But then I'm like this, and your girl be like this on the cover, like, what's up? That's the kind of riding I'm doing on the Hybrid. It's very, very different. You know what I mean? I mean, they all have different characteristics and stuff. Super bikes are great. I think they're really fun. Like stuff like your BMW is awesome. It's just, I just feel like in order to get the same thrill, I have to be like, when I was riding I had Eve's bike for a day. I don't know if you guys ever seen my video of me riding that bike. And that's how I had fun riding that. You know what it is? I'm just going to pull that up real quick. And I had such a good time. I would have to be riding it every day like that, every day. And the reason I'm waiting for the last bike to be that bike, because I know on Sundays when I go out to ride, I'm just going to be doing that for about an hour, bring it back or whatever. It's just different. I'm just going to pull this up. I know I'm going to find this real quick, but I loved it. It was the way it handled.
Which bike is this?
The M1000RR.
Oh, the M. Okay. Oh, you rode that bike.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Dude, it was amazing.
How was the comfort?
I love it. Was very comfortable. It was very confident and inspiring. I almost bought the bike a week after. Almost bought this bike. I loved it that much. There's a lot of nannies. It makes you feel like a superhero without being a superhero. Really cool bike. Really cool bike. Let me see.
Very light and nimble too. Very light and nimble.
Yes, I agree. Connect to your phone. Again, they're doing like really cool stuff. Let me see here. Clutch First. M1000RR. Yeah, I feel like I'm just like chilling at a bar with everybody, just talking shit. That's exactly how I feel like today. I'm sorry, guys.
Hey, that's kind of what I'm doing.
Yo, it's so cool. Yo, I have my tea, and I never got up to get it, and I won't get up to do it, but it's all good.
This is my tea, okay? Tea time.
Oh my God, dude! This is how I rode this bike, and this is exactly how I would ride this bike every single time if I did have this motorcycle. Hold on, let me pull up this video.
All right, guys. So, 2020 BMW S1000RR in the rain now.
Yo, I was riding this in the rain like this, man. I'm looking at this now, and I'm like, wow, I am stupid. Hold on.
So, what features feature I gotta mention in this motorcycle. I'm currently in Hudson Valley.
You could hear my, yo, hold on.
Direction, so
You could hear my voice, you could hear my energy, you could hear everything in this video, just crazy. The adrenaline. Look, this is it.
hi guys. So 2020 BMW S1000 RR in the rain now. Still pulling strong in the rain. So one feature I gotta mention in this motorcycle, I'm currently in Hudson Valley. And I'm not great with my direction, so the GPS is actually a plus for me today. But I don't know how to get back. So my synopsis on this bike, guys, is that beautiful, very fast, extremely dangerous. And when I say dangerous,
Yo, that got me excited just watching that.
I don't mean in terms of like speed.
That was so dumb right here. Look at this. Stupid.
The biggest danger of the S1000 RR to me is the fact that it makes you feel like it's okay to ride it however you like, however you feel, no matter what's the situation. And that is a recipe for danger and exhilaration. You're gonna love it, man.
Yo, I'm riding so fast. I rode out the rain to the sunshine.
You know, on this bike,
The video doesn't do it justice. If you guys only kind of was there, it's crazy.
you will get your license taken away, by the way. I'm just giving you a heads up.
Yo, that's crazy. I'm like, oh, you know, you will get your license taken away, by the way, as I'm doing it. I'm telling you, it's just, I loved it. I'm telling you, it was so dope. The bike was so cool. So, and I was riding this bike hard I rode it in the rain, out the rain. I passed the rain. And I could see myself doing this every day I leave my house. Like if this bike was in my garage. I'm one of those people that like, I like something, I enjoy it, I'm just doing it. And that could be like a recipe for, dude, I was in
It's
the
like
rain.
you said, it's inspiring to
Yes.
it rides so easily that
Yes.
you can easily get yourself in trouble. That's the whole thing. And that was the pet peeve that everyone had with this bike. It was too easy to ride and it didn't have enough character. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Nah, it was
people were
good,
complaining
man.
about.
Yo, that wah. Yo, it was so good. The bike, yo, I rode the bike, right? There was no rain. I went into the rain, right? I didn't change anything in terms of styling. Wah, yo, it's still glued to the floor. Dude, if you guys saw the raw video of this, I was lane splitting. Triple digits going straight. I didn't even put it. I was like, this is pretty stupid. But it's just, and that's how I enjoyed the bike. I have other clips of the bike. I was riding as well, and same thing. It's like you have to be at that pace. You could hear my energy, the way I'm talking, my breathing. I'm seeing all those things, and it's just matching the bike. You know, it's cool. It's very heart racing like for me. I like it a lot.
Trust me. I have one in the garage.
See, there you go. You have to be on your best behavior. Like for me, when I jump on the hyper, and like I said, if I'm on the hyper, I'm like, 990 and stuff. Girls pull up to the side. I'm like, what's up? You like that? Mm-hmm. Me too. You know, I be on some stupid stuff when I'm on my bike. I'm just chilling, just enjoying it. You know, just enjoying. You know, you get kids like hitting you thumbs ups or whatever. And then when I'm on the Street Fighter, and when I used to ride my Street Fighter to the city. I don't bring it as much anymore. And I find that when I ride that bike, even that bike, I go like an open path in my area. Like I go towards the beach, like there's no state troopers, and it opens up to the highway. Like We're talking about triple all the way for a good like 15 minutes straight. You don't have to let go.
Right.
And I start riding it like that because it's just a lot. It's one of those things, and then I've always said this before. I've had the most fun on my Monster, and that bike is not the fastest bike I've had. I've just chilled and just enough. The torque is really the feel. Really, the torque is really what gets this done, in my personal opinion. But you don't have to continuously just, keep the throttle completely open as is every single time and risk it all. You know what I mean? That stuff could be a little intoxicating, and I think it's cool, man. And there's nothing wrong with it. And this is why I'm getting one of them, just to be able to kind of ride like this. But, I think it's a good time for me. Because I think right now where I'm at, buying this bike right now is good for me only because I feel like I'm at a place where I can, really control what I'm doing, or at least have a better, not that I don't have a better understanding. I feel like now I'm just a little bit more mature, and I won't do some of the stuff that I would do before. Like, I'd really kind of hold myself back a little bit. I think that's what happened. That's what changed now, that I feel like I'm more ready to have it as part of my life, because I'm just imagining me just doing this all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, like, I for me, like, going back to like the super nakeds and the hypers and stuff, is because anywhere and everywhere I go, for the most part, it's all highway to get to where I need to get to. Mm-hmm. I hop in the car if I got to go somewhere. I got to hit up the turnpike, and the speed limit on the turnpike is 70 miles an hour minimum. So I don't know about a hyper motor or hyper naked, or even a street fighter, kind of a super naked bike, because I would feel like I would have to take like the back roads with those kind of bikes just to kind of enjoy it for what it is. Because I feel like those bikes are more back roads more than highway.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to say. I mean, that's why there's so many beautiful bikes to pick from and stuff. By the way, Wilkin Durant mentioned, how long is your commute to the city? It's an hour, maybe an hour, but on the bike, it's 18 minutes for me. Dude, when my wife and I on Friday nights, what we used to do before, like, we don't go to clubs, we don't do the bars, doing this stuff. We'd jump on the bike Friday nights, after work, 15. We would break record to get there. That was the fun part, and then go out for dinner, kind of thing. Like, it was just stuff like this. I mean, granted, I don't think I'll do that anymore. Just like, not great. But to your point, I think it's just different for everyone. It's like, for you to have the super bike, it's perfect. And I think it's good to have a little bit of everything. I just had a thought about some of the naked bikes where I think that they do the job well. I just think the feeling is different. You don't have to go that fast to get the same sensation. I feel like I get that similar sensation that you saw in the video with the Street Fighter. By me going 0 to 80, gives you that same somewhat sensation.
Yeah.
Because it happens so fast. Like, when you're on the S1000RR, right? You're hitting like 100 miles an hour, 120 miles an hour. There's a climb. We know when you look at the torque curve, and it's smooth. The way it's happening, it's so smooth. And that smoothness would always lead you to be like 150, 170 or whatever, because the way it happens, it's so smooth. You don't feel it. When you're on something like the Hyper or the Street Fighter, the jolt of going from 0 to 90, you feel it very quick. You can tell. Then it's not like a climb that, oh man, all of a sudden I'm doing this speed. When you crack it open, you start hitting 100 miles an hour. It's like, it feels like you went from dead stop to light speed. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you jump on your super bike and do that, you get an idea like, oh yeah, I'm going fast. You jump on like a MT10 or something that's very fast, like a super naked, right? And just keep it open for like a minute. Let me sure you have a big stretch. It's gonna feel very. Is it like, there's this feeling that you get, like a sinking feeling, like, wow, like you could die a little bit. I don't know how to explain, but you feel it very fast. It's so fast that wow, like anything.
Adrenaline?
Huh?
Adrenaline?
It's the adrenaline, yes, but it's almost like wow, like it's so it happens so quickly. I think on super bikes, it's a gradation, almost like yeah, I'm going fast. It's like when the cops pull you over on your super bikes. Like was I going that fast? I didn't really feel it. When a cop pulled me over on any of the other bikes, I know I was going fast.
That's weird because for me, when I push the throttle, whenever I'm going triple digits over 150, everything slows down. It's weird for me. I get like a tunnel vision and everything just slows down.
It's supposed to slow down because you're in the space. That's what I'm saying to you. When so for example, if you're outside, right, you're on a naked bike, right, you could feel the scent, the wind, everything, the sun. You could feel it. When you tucked in, the bike is moving. The bike is moving and you're moving, but it's one movement. Mm-hmm. You on the naked, you can tell that yes, the bike is going. I'm going with the bike. Super bike, you become one. When you tucked in, you're one. And that's what makes you glide through the air. So you can't tell a little bit. But it is awesome.
Futuristic Viper asked me, what paint scheme do I have? So mine is Monster Fairings. It's an aftermarket color. It's like a Nardo gray.
Dude, let me let you answer. I want to get my tea. I'm going to get my tea.
Go for it, man.
Right, I'm going to give you full screen. Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. Hopefully I'm not talking too much today or...
All right, you're good, bro. This is good. This is a good conversation, man.
By the way, if you guys are tuning in, please make sure you subscribe to Sasong as well, man. He's here. He creates content. He's on YouTube as well, guys. We're not just here chopping it up, so make sure you definitely show love and go out there and subscribe to his channel. The link of his channel will be in the description. And again, it's all revolving door. We have conversation about bikes, about whatever, Just tonight, we're chilling, doing our thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, I cut you on now.
He's getting his alcoholic beverage. I mean, tea. What you guys got for me? Ask me away, because I got both screens. Not as sophisticated as his. Damn. Chacon, what is good? Two-wheel Twansy. All right, I'm at a bit of a delay, so I'm looking at both screens, but mine is majorly delayed. So if I ask the question or answer your question with a huge delay, I apologize. But I'm gonna be looking for anything that says Sasomoto on there. Oh shoot, Power Moto is here. What's good? Florida in the house. What's happening, peoples? Hopefully I answered your question. Futuristic Viper. Thank you, Randy. Randy's Reality. Thank you so much, man. Finally hit it. Yeah. I'm also on other platforms. Just look me up under the same name for on TikTok and on Instagram. I am also on Snapchat, but Snapchat is trash. Am I a gamer? I do, but not PC. It's more PS5. See, I got this little trashy thing right here.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous right now. Is that a PS5 controller?
It sure is.
Yo, I'm hating on you right now. Yo, listen, man, I'm hating on you right now. Impossible to get.
I'm also rocking this little.
Yeah, you gotta tell us about your helmet, dude. Woo, I saw the clip. That thing is nasty, man. Congrats, man.
It's funny. I got this helmet, and shortly after, I saw who was it that had the same helmet? They posted up on the YouTube short.
Dude Mungus.
Dude Mungus.
Dude Mungus has one too.
Yeah.
I saw yours first, though. I saw yours first.
Man, let me just tell you, I had quite a few folks tell me, I was like, yo, are you advertising for AGV? I'm like, no, but I should. With the amount of videos I've been pushing out.
Oh my God.
Let me just say, it is a night and day difference. Okay, I've been rocking, you guys have seen me, I've been rocking the X14 for a while, which is a beautiful helmet, but it's even slightly lighter. The AGV is slightly lighter, but it feels so different on your head because of the fact that AGV has these cutaways. If you ever wear one of these cutaways, world of a difference. You can tilt your head in any way, shape, or form without no restriction, and the visibility is from this corner to this corner is massive. I can see a hell of a lot more than I can with the Shoei.
That's
Not
what she
saying
said.
that the Shoei's a bad helmet, but let me just tell you, it's the world of a difference. I forgot how good these helmets are because I have the AGV Pista single R with the multicolor. So it's an amazing helmet. It's expensive as shit, but it's really worth the money.
For the record, here's my PS5 controller. Not all of us has it as good as you does. It's not money, guys. It's just that you can't get the stock of it. Those motherfuckers.
You want one? I'll give it to you.
Yo, I can't believe you got a PS5, dude. It's just nearly impossible to get one of them, man. It's just crazy.
Let me just tell you, I got this at launch day.
Wow. Holy hell.
And here's the thing. So let me tell you a little bit of a story about that. It's hilarious. So everybody in the office is scrambling to get this thing, right? And I'm here just clicking away. I'm like, there's no way. I stood up one night and I had my screen like open with a bunch of windows, just clicking away, trying to see which one to get, right? Didn't happen. I said, screw it, whatever. I went to go see how much the Spider-Man game was going to cost for the PS5, just to see the game itself. I went onto Sony's site and it said, you're like fifth person in line. I'm like, this is online. Since when there's a line online? Like we're at Best Buy or some shit. So it said you're up next. And then all of a sudden I was in there and I was like, I see PS5. Is that for real? Like I added it to cart. I checked out. I was like, holy shit, I got a PS5.
Wow.
Bro, I had no intention of buying the thing. And boom, it happened. And my office manager comes out of his office. She was like, shit, man, you can't find this shit anywhere.
Yeah.
And
same.
I pulled up my phone. I was like, you mean this? How the fuck did you get that?
I'm going to tell you right now, Anna was going to buy it for like $1,000. I'm like, no way. Because people are buying it and reselling. I'm like, man, I just got to wait for mine. Hopefully we'll get it. But what do you play anyway? I play a lot of adventure games. So.
Yeah, I'm like Grand Theft Auto. The latest one that I got was, I wanted to give it a shot. Because I had this was in storage. I had to take back a few guitars from the storage unit. But I got this bad boy. It's kind of fun.
Okay. What's your favorite game? What's your favorite game, by the way? I'll tell you my favorite game.
Favorite game? I want to say it's going to be, I really don't have like a favorite game per se, but which one's yours?
Actually, you know what? Let's do a wild guess right now. Anybody in the live chat knows what could guess my favorite game? I'm gonna ship you out a T-shirt, like a cool Clutch First. Actually, this T-shirt you're seeing right now, I'll ship this shirt out. You guess it. Favorite game.
You said adventure games?
Yeah.
Actually, I do have a game that I go back to a lot.
What?
Watch Dogs 2.
Watch Dogs cool. Watch Dogs cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you said Elder Rings. Nope, not Elder Rings. Any other fun Call of Duty? I'm okay at Call of Duty. No, it's not. Anybody else want to throw theirs in the hat there? Ooh, yo, Uncharted is close second, my dude. Uncharted is my second favorite game. So close. And I love Uncharted.
I haven't played that game.
What?
I need to play it. Yeah,
what is happening right now, dude? Go in the garage and sell your S1000 if you haven't played Uncharted.
Oh man!
Favorite game is Chrono Trigger. No, Chrono Trigger is cool too. Damn, a lot of really good ones are coming up. Destiny. No, Destiny's definitely not my favorite game. Street Fighter's my third favorite game.
Destiny was good.
No, not Destiny, guys. I'll give it another minute. You guys could pull this game out of the hat, son. This is my favorite game, huh? Spider-Man. No.
Mecca, you want the smoke?
Spy Hunter. Wow, that is old school. Jesus.
I guarantee no one will guess it. And he said,
dude. Oh man, you know how amazing this is. Let me see if I can have something here to show you guys. Yo, I'm having the best time tonight with you guys. I'm not even gonna lie. Just overall good time, man. God of War is one of my top as well.
It's me.
Resident Evil. We're having a good time, baby. I like that.
You already know. Uncharted.
Yo, let me just show you guys this right now. You know how much of a fan I am of Street Fighter? This is how we get down here in the house, okay? Can you guys see that? That's my Street Fighter gamepad, official arcade pad. Dude, I pay like $300 for this, man. I don't play around when it comes to Street Fighter.
Oh shit. That's funny.
All right, what else? Let's see here. Yo, you know what we gotta have? You know what we're gonna have to do now? We're gonna have to officially do it like a Freestyle Sunday when everybody got their console, and we do like either Call of Duty, all of us jump on and play together, or something. That's gonna be cool. That's gonna be cool. Hold on, let me see here.
I tell you, man. I'm assuming like 98% of motorcycle riders play video games.
All right, so I don't think anybody got it. So we'll probably not Mortal Kombat. I'm not really a big. I like Mortal Kombat, but it's not okay. So we're gonna gamers in the chat. Yeah, man, we have gamers all over. All right, so here's my favorite all-time favorite game, and I know most people are gonna be like, "Damn, I was gonna say that." Should I say it already or give him another shot? I would want to send a shirt to somebody. Damn it.
I think it's Mortal Kombat.
Nah, it's not Mortal Kombat. I would say yeah. Let's see if anybody else could get it. Any other
I can't
guess?
think of is it a game that's pretty well known, or is it? Like,
it is a big franchise. No, it's not a racer. I wish I had game systems still. Okay, no.
What about
Grand Theft Auto's always been cool. I like that a lot. No, it's not Grand Theft Auto.
I was gonna say Grand Theft Auto. Okay, so it's not that.
All right. Let's see here. You know what we could do? I think that'll be kind of fun. I should probably do this. Maybe whoever guess Uncharted. Uncharted is definitely my favorite game. One of my favorite games as well. I really love
Arkham is a good game.
There was another game that they sent me also. Arkham is awesome. Arkham is awesome. Best Batman game of all time.
That's why I got this game.
Well, they use the same mechanic, the same engine to make that game. So that's kind of cool. Plays somewhat similar. Uncharted. Whoever said Uncharted, what was the other game that somebody said that I liked also?
Final Fantasy?
Yeah, I love Final Fantasy as well. I like RPGs as well. Shit, there was two games they said. Uncharted, what was it? God of War. Whoever said God of War and Uncharted, honorary winner. We'll send you a shirt too. Just tell me who you are. That way we'll probably have this shipped out. Bully? Yeah, I'm going to ship out 2 shirts to you guys. But here's my favorite game of all times. Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid?
Metal Gear Solid, boys.
Really?
Metal Gear Solid.
I would have never guessed that. Yeah, I would have never guessed that.
So what you're looking at here, guys, this is my official Metal Gear Solid 4. Let me kind of lower this so you guys could see it. That's how much of a Metal Gear fan I am. I actually have 2 copies of these guys. This is the actor who signed it, David Hayter. He signed the actual copy. Hideo Kojima. Hold on. Let's make sure that you could see it here. Hold on. The signature. Oops. Sorry. Give me a second. I'm trying to do it so you could kind of see. There you go. So the whole staff that created Metal Gear, Hideo Kojima, the designers, the actors for Metal Gear Solid 4, all signed this. I stood all day in line. I stood halfway. My wife left her office, and she waited in line, and then I took turn, and I bought 2 copies, and they signed all of them. So one of the coolest moment of my life, I guess I would say. And it's something that Anna and I shared together, that we did together. That was really cool, really fun. Got food and hung out and stuff. And these are all the signatures by the Konami team. So it's all official. I will never sell that.
Were you one of those people that waited in line like 2 hours just to get an iPhone, the new iPhone?
No, I don't do that for iPhone. This is something very special. Some people might know and some people might not know that both my wife and I have like an art background. So meeting like some of the artists and the designers that worked on the game, outside of me liking the game, was a big deal. And the actress that played some of the voice actors were there. And then It was really cool. I actually have video clips of meeting them. We had like old clips and stuff like that when I did that. So that's my favorite game of all time. Actually, I have Metal Gear Solid 5. I still play that till this day. The only reason I have my PlayStation 4 controller still, the only reason I still have the PlayStation 4 is because I still play that game. I throw that on and just kind of chill. I've beat it several times, collected all the guns, modded stuff out. It's just really cool. But I do have
one of those people that have multiple consoles.
Yeah, that's
like the Xbox.
That's my Switch. It's connected. Okay. It's connected to my streaming setup. So while I'm getting ready for streaming and stuff like that, I could game and stuff. So I have the Switch HD OLED Switch. Yeah, I have a couple of consoles. I'm a big gamer guy. So,
okay. So there you go. Yeah, at least you got a backup plan when you hit your nuts again against the bike.
Yo, that whole Saturday was just like I had an epiphany. Like, oh my god, man, I could have just like not have nuts. Like, yo. Oh, here's even the funny part of the story, guys. Right when the bike fell. I fell on the bike. The back wheel twisted me. Right while I'm getting impaled. Right. And I was freaking out so badly. I got up. When I finally made my way up, I'm standing up. So I might as well just do this fully so you guys can see. I got up completely on the floor, and I'm like freaking out. And I'm like, shit, I don't feel anything. I'm like, yo, I still got him. I took off my pants in the middle of the field. Like people walking, like they can't see. Anyway, I took off my pants and just like stuck my hand, just touched my balls, and just like making sure everything is still there. That was wild, man. That was nuts, man. Literally nuts, right? Pun intended. So it was pretty crazy, man. I think I just got real comfortable. The fact that I was just doing it so well, and I was doing it without thinking at this point. I was just like routine, just like clutching up and just dragging it. I'm like that was. Huh?
I think that's my fear. That's just my fear is just going down. But my thing is like if I go down, if I try to really, I go down, it's gonna be on pavement. You've been doing it on grass, right? Or no?
So I fell a couple of times I've crashed a couple of times in the parking lot, and that's when I bent the pegs on the bike. And then when I went to get the bike fixed, I just got a welder to reinforce the foot pegs and stuff. And then come to find out that same guy is like a pro stunt guy. He's been riding with like teams all the time and so. And he started giving me a lot of tips, which helped me a lot. That's how I'm able to do the slow wheelies. And he was just actually, you know what? Oh, it's so great. I love having freaking technology. Is awesome. Let me just see here. So when I bring the bike to him, and the bike did not have the foot pegs on, and he was like, "Yo, let me. Do you mind if I jump on?" I was like, "Yeah, no problem." You know, and he goes, "Do you mind?" And he easily just wheelied the bike. Let me just kind of show you guys here. I'm just gonna play this again. And then he gave me a bunch of really great tips. Let me see. He was like, yeah, just give this a shot. So I'm able to do all this, what he's doing now.
So you've gotten pretty advanced.
Yeah, pretty quickly. So, and the thing is, they all kind of, and he was doing this without the foot pegs on. That's how good he was.
Wow. Okay.
It didn't have he wasn't using the rear brake, so he was using just throttle control. And that's when it clicked to me. It was like, wow, so it's throttle control, clutching up, throttle control, modulating the rear brake, and also hitting that point where you somewhat weightless. If you're weightless, it's not gonna abruptly go forward or back. So once you could get to that, it's super cool though. It is cool. Just learning something new. Like I said, I've been riding that bike way more than the nice bikes. Just really just enjoying learning something new. And it was just, and I think if you're gonna do this, you definitely got to do it with someone around watching you. Something happen, because something did happen to me on the field there. Like by the time somebody would have seen me, you know, if I was really hurt, that would have been like worse. Like if I was with someone, you could be like, and now the thing is, I did fall in the parking lot. That's harder, but then I was wearing full gear and boots. When you fall on grass, it's like falling on a carpet. especially you're not very high up.
You know what it is? What scares me is that, so if you remember the CBR 1000RR, that bike was heavy. It was the slowest bike out of the bunch in that particular year. So for some reason though, that bike was the chassis was well balanced. So when I would, wheelie it, it would stay and just, it'd be fine. I feel like these newer bikes, they become so much lighter. Like if you ever watch the Killer Cam do his wheelies and if somebody's following him, you can see that back end just doing this. And that shit scares me while he's on the highway.
It's just, you're going to have stuff like this happen when you're doing it on a super bike. He's going so fast. A lot of his wheelies become chasers at some point. You'll realize even clutch ups could be chasers. Because I know a lot of people say chasing a wheelie, like where you're not clutching up. You can clutch up and still do a chase. If you guys look at some of my early videos when I did some of my longer wheelies, those were kind of somewhat of a chase because the bike, the RPM was revving out, right? When you go, whang, that one jolt of the RPM going up and it goes back down, you're just bringing that to just bring it up. And then you could keep it very low RPM and just moving forward. That's controlled.
Yeah.
When you until you can't the bike scream, what happens? You're just chasing it. Even if you clutched up, you're still chasing it. That's still not good.
Well, that's where I was at. I never got to the balance.
Because sooner or later, it's gonna go bad.
Except for that one time but that's the thing. Like I knew the bike so well that when I would do a clutch up, I would chase it, but I knew exactly where she was going to, where the RPMs was just going to give out. Well, I knew, okay, let me start letting go of the throttle here, and I can just easily land her. So it's like, and stuff like that.
I was doing that too. I don't let go of the throttle because one other thing that kept me from progressing for about a week, I was clutching up. I was going whang, right, and it goes up, and either I close the throttle and it goes back down, or I slam on the brake and just go right back down. I'm like, fuck, what's happening? Like, I'm going up, but I'm not wheeling. Yes, you're wheeling, but it's not, to me, it's not wheeling. If it's not control, you're not wheeling.
Right.
Because when you wheelie for real and it's control, you can do it as if it's automated. Anytime, every time, all the time, the same thing will always happen. That's when you know how to wheelie. Like, if you do it once, it's perfect, it's great. And then you do it once, you chase it, or you do it once, it doesn't really go up, you still don't know. You're still not in a control space. So it's like a flip of a coin. When you flip of a coin, you could always flip of a coin nearly chopping your nuts off.
Yeah.
Right? But if you could do it repetitively and it's the same over and over and over and over again, it becomes muscle memory, like doesn't matter. Like when you watch Killer Cam wheelie, he's not wheeling anymore. It's just muscle memory at this point. He brings it up. Everything else is just memory. Like, you could hear that, like he's working the throttle. All he's doing, he closes the clutches, and he's riding the rear brake. That's all.
Yeah.
And it sounds cool as hell, and it looks cool as hell, but he's just riding the rear brake and levitating. And that's why you've seen that wiggle in the back.
And what's impressive with him is he can do it on any bike, knowing that every bike is kind of different. That's
the thing I'm saying. Once you get if you look at Killer Cam in the very beginning, I used to watch him when he was like 20,000 subs. He was on the FZ07. He was in the parking lot like me. He was doing what I was doing. He was clutching it up. He was just doing it doing hours. He was just doing, repetition was so much that to the point that he understood it and he could do it. Once you understand you could do it on any bike, which I would never wheelie other people's bike. I would only wheelie my bikes. But, but if you have one of those fancy bikes, like something like the Street Fighter or like your bike, you could wheelie those bikes. You don't need to know how to wheelie. You could set it up where the bike only goes here. Even if you do wide open, it'll never go back. You don't have to worry about, the bike knows to stay there. And then when you let go, it'll go down. That's not really wheeling. It's kind of cheating, but you could. I don't want to do that. I want to know and have full control of this. And I am determined, and I'm making so many quick progress that I refuse to give up. And I'm like super close. And I'm like, by the time I was at the end of the day of Saturday, I was going across the field back and forth and enjoying that back and forth. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool. I started going in circles. I'm like, oh shit! So it's happening so fast. It's not about how long you've been doing wheelies. If you spend a day, and I'm seeing there's some people that learn it within 3 days, 2 days. It all depends. What's your fear factor? Do you care if the bike falls or something like that? By the way, shout out to Kawasaki. If anybody want to try something like this, buy a cheap bike, man. When I dumped it last week, the fairing broke off the exhaust. I'm like, whatever, it's not a big deal. And I was gonna not worry about the fairing. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll get aftermarket, whatever. Dude, I look at OEM, it was $40 to buy. You can't buy anything for $40 on any of my other bikes. Anything.
Yeah.
$40 to get the fairing. The fairing gets delivered this Wednesday. I'll throw it on. And once my muscle's not sore anymore, I'm just gonna go right back, man. I'm just gonna keep crushing it.
Yeah, that's because it's a dirt bikes usually the parts are a little bit cheaper when it comes to that, because those bikes are meant to be tossed around and thrown around, so they know that parts are gonna have to get replaced because they're actually meant to just jump, like ramps, like high ramps and whoop-de-doos and all this other stuff. So if people ride it really hard and you crash, parts have to be replaced, and so they get replaced more often than anything. So those bikes are just a little bit cheaper to buy parts.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a good time, man. I'm really enjoying the fact that I'm learning something new. I think that's the part for me that's really fun. The fact that I'm learning something new, a new skill. I want to do like drifting now. It's almost like, and I'm finding one of those things. I spoke with Killer Cam too. He was out in Jersey. Yeah, at that Jersey event I went to. And Black Moses was there, and we were talking for like about an hour and a half. He was like, man, I find out one thing that I love about motorcycles is that he said when he went to California, he rode with MK and stuff like that. He said he rode so fast that he had like this epiphany moment, like how long could he ride like this without something bad happening? And then when he spoke with the community of people that does stunts and does wheelies, he was like, not often you hear people lose their life doing stunts, because it's usually happening between the speed of 20 miles an hour to 60 miles an hour. You're probably gonna get hurt or something like that, maybe break a bone or something. He said if you're riding the canyons on cliffs and stuff at triple digit, there's no mistakes there. You're just gonna die. There's no ifs. So he was like that he wanted to focus more on just doing stunts and stuff like that, and just like doing it more paced. I think that's why you see him a lot on the naked bike.
My understanding, MK rides hard, and this came straight from Max Wrist. He said, "Holy shit, I can't even keep up with him." And Max Wrist rides hard. He was following MK, and they were in some highway because he just took off, and he was like, "Oh, he was trying to pass him, like how he does pass people and then does the slow-mo."
Yes.
He was trying to do that with MK. He's like, I can't even keep up with him. I'm trying to pass him and I couldn't.
Well, MK's 23, dude. Do you remember when you were 23? There's no fear in your heart. You don't.
Yeah.
The fear is part of being stupid as well, right? Yes, it is amazing. It's almost like, here's a good example. I don't want to talk about this in regard to like MK or something like that or anyone. Here's a good example. GP riders, right? You have Marquez, you have Rossi and stuff. If you look at young Rossi, he was a god. He's invisible. It's the youth and the fearless. He starts getting a little bit older. He realizes, like, wow, that's how they slow down.
Yeah.
The maturity, like if you could stay immature and keep thinking the same, it's easy. Because let's be real, MK did crash, and he had a really bad crash. He broke a couple of bones and stuff like that, and he crashes V4S at night. I don't know if you saw that video, and that really didn't shake him up much. He's still doing the same exact, if you
was that the bike before he got the V4R?
Yeah, he had a bad crash on that, dude. He crashed so hard, I think he broke his ankle, and he was walking on it and then realized it was broke. He ran away from the bike. But the thing is, there's this level of fear and like fearlessness that I think we all have. I think we all share that at some point in our lives, that we enjoy. That it's almost like when you talk about your younger self. Like you ever watch yourself do something younger? You're like, damn, that was dumb, man. I could have just died right there. I'm like half a second away from death. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, at this point now, you'd be like, nah, I'm good, right?
Yeah.
The common sense kicked in, you know what I mean? So
It's weird because I do ride. I rode with one of my boys who lives out closer to Daytona, and he's not far off from my age,
Mhm.
and he smokes. And this man was lane. Now you know lane splitting is illegal here in Florida, and he was lane splitting with like doing 90. I'm like, are you crazy? Mind you, he's closer to my age, and I've been riding since I was like 10 years old. And that level of riding is insane. I'm like, how are you like smoking and then doing all this craziness all at once? I couldn't even focus. I just pulled aside. I'm like, I'm not. I'm riding my ride, and I'm not going to do anything crazy that I can't. You know what I'm saying? That end me in a hospital or just end me. Period. So no, yeah, no. Some people out there just have that craziness in them, like you said, fearlessness.
Well, if you're smoking, that takes away a lot of the logical sense. Like if you're high and doing something, it's almost like putting you in the same space. You know what I mean? But it's tough, man. I mean, like I said, I rode hard a lot. I think for me, my there's a kid here that has a bike. He always, I think it's like straight bike. How do you call it? I used to ride fast like that all the time. I used to ride with friends like that all the time. Nothing crazy happened to me that changed. I think my biggest fear is when Anna got sick. I just started looking at things a little bit different. I'm like, wow, if I wasn't around, she would have been dead. If something like this does happen, who's going to take care of Anna? Like, I want her to be good. I don't want to cause problem for my family. So those things started slowing me down. Not the fear of the ride itself. A lot of those things like scare me. Like I wouldn't want somebody to call my family to tell them bad news about shit about me. It's like I know I wouldn't be here, but it'd be heartbreaking knowing that I'm putting them through something really bad. So that really is the thing for me that really slows a lot of things down to me.
Called reality check.
Yeah, so it's just kind of weird. Like I wouldn't want let's say if my older brother needed something, my mom needed something, a family needed something. It's like I'm supposed to be able to help my family.
You start thinking differently because if you're going fast and you end up ending your life, you really start thinking after that. You know, you start thinking about scenarios like, if I go, your family's gonna suffer. You know, you start thinking in that aspect. So. Yeah, your whole mentality changes, you know, especially if you get into an accident. So I get it.
That scares me more. Not the getting hurt part or something like that. I mean, I'm doing a wheelie thing. I've fallen a couple of times. It's not that part. It's just that if something happens to me, like I don't want my wife having to worry about our mortgage or some shit like that. I just, you know what I mean? All of this stuff. I just want my people who surround me to be good, not like put my family in like turmoil because I'm being a dick on the bike. You know what I mean? That's wild crazy to me. And it's like when I think about it, maybe because I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just talking shit, but it's just I don't want people to suffer because of me or for my decision.
Yeah.
So
I agree with you.
So I slow down a little bit.
Yeah, you have to, especially, you know, if you have a family, especially that, you know what I'm saying? They're the ones that end up suffering at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I agree, man. But outside of that, I love doing it, man. You know, at some point, I remember talking to Anna over dinner. I was like, I wonder if I still love bikes because I was having a lot of fun and I was finding that I like doing production a lot. You know, like doing the videos and producing stuff, and it's like it doesn't matter if it gets a bunch of views or it's famous. And I'm like, I just like doing something like it's outside of myself.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happens. Like stuff that's like outside yourself, you start getting pleasure outside of stuff that has nothing to do with it. You know, it's like, oh man, I just bought my S1000 RR and that makes me so happy. You know what I mean? It's like now I find that I get happy when it's something that I do for someone else, which is so strange.
Yeah.
It's like
you're not selfish. You know, you're thinking about other people as well. And it feels good when you.
Yeah.
And that's always been my mentality. Like I try to help out as many people as I can if they want to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like if they need any kind of advice or whatever, like I don't mind at all helping people. Just like I started the whole going heavy on Instagram and TikTok. That part was fun. Like I was like, oh wow, this is fun. Now let me give you a little bit of what I've been doing with TikTok. So you upload on Instagram, right?
Yeah. Every now and then, not as much, but yes.
But if you do, okay, if you do decide to upload on Instagram, you have a video on Instagram, whatever.
Hold on, Sason, hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna replug you in because I don't want it to drop while you're talking. Hold on 1 second.
Go for it.
But yeah, we'll just kind of do that here. Hold on 1 second. I'm just gonna resend to you right away. Hold on, okay, guys. I didn't want him to get disconnected because this was acting up a little bit earlier. Just want to make sure that golden all the way. But yeah, man, I mean, it's just kind of weird, man. I just find like me doing stuff for other people is more satisfying now than doing stuff for myself. Which is, it's a little strange. It's kind of a weird thing that happens, man. It's like, I don't know. Before I used to like getting stuff for myself and like doing things, and I thought that was cool. And it's like, now it's like I find that I'm liking stuff when I do it for other people. It's more, I feel like it's more important to me than just doing it for myself kind of thing. So
of course, yeah.
A little strange.
It's so here's the thing. So what I was saying about Instagram. So if you upload a reel in Instagram, you can, like, what I've been doing is if you've seen my most recent video editing, you'll notice that there's a lot of transitions and things like that. That's all from Instagram. Now what I do is once I have all that set up the way I want it to be, I download it into the phone before I upload it into Instagram. And what that does is it gets rid of that Instagram watermark. So you have the full video with no sound already edited and ready to go. So then what I do is whatever song I decide to put on there, I take that same video that's already saved into my phone and re-upload it into TikTok and find all I can do is find the song that went with the original one and sync it up the way I had it and upload. That's it. Easy peasy.
I think I definitely have to do that, man. Covert Mecca was offering to kind of do some of my stuff too, but me, I don't know. It's just, you know what it is? Here's the thing, guys. I'm kind of a hard-headed person. You know how I'm practicing doing wheelies and it's like I fell and it's like bothering me and I want to continue doing it. To be honest, it's bothering me more now that I can't go to practice because I pulled the muscle, right? Because I want to get back to doing it. I've been at YouTube for a little bit, and it's difficult. It's challenging, and I've gained a lot of grounds. I've done a lot of cool things, I think, and I just can't see myself saying I'm just gonna walk away because I feel like it's almost like defeat. I rather work to understand what I'm doing, or try to figure it out, or make it work. And really, if I walk away, it's gonna be because I just want to walk away, not because of failure. So, and there was a point in time I was like doing pretty much across all the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and stuff like that. The problem that I have with Instagram is just that it's so heavily influenced by, you know how the system, like pretty much most platform are really designed for girls to kind of either sell them products or sell sex or whatever it is. And this stuff kind of deterred me so much because I feel like girls just, they have this thing that they do on social media just kind of weird to me. So I'm like, what the fuck? You know, they don't do anything special. They're not really doing anything. And they get, and everyone, like the simps just like flock to it. And I'm like, I can't. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to keep working because for you to make it on YouTube, you have to be skillful. And I think it's a thing for me. If I not if, and I would probably say don't say if, when I make it, I know it's gonna be regarding the skill and I put in the work and skill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I get it because it can be, but this is what I tell people when you're at a point where you're like frustrated. Think about and go back to the day where you first started YouTube and how exciting it was to upload videos and to watch people's reactions. You go back to that time frame. like right now, I'm still having a ton of fun just uploading content. You know, reaching 1K, that was a perk that came along with it. You know, but I'm still gonna upload content just because I'm creating a memory that's gonna be stored somewhere where everyone can see and remember me when I'm gone. That's basically how I'm looking at it. The day that I go, people can look at my other videos. Oh, this is Sasamoto Pete, from back in the day. He used to do these crazy videos. This is what he did back in the day, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So remember me by, because we're obviously you're not gonna live forever. But that's how I look at it. That's what I do. That's my vision of the whole thing. Look at it as this is a fun project to do. Now, if I get to a point where I can live off the damn thing, that'd be great. But I'm not looking at it in that aspect. I'm still focusing on my job and still doing what I need to do, and I'm working my 9 to 5 and still uploading content. So it's cool. It's good shit.
By the way, that poll that I did for the S1000R, 74 people like it. 26% said no. I like the bike. I just didn't like the winglets. It's just kind of a tacked on almost. But yeah, man. I mean,
the single R.
Yeah, the single R. The double R for sure. I love that bike. That bike's really dope.
Yeah. When you put up the poll for the double R, I actually hit yes.
that bike is dope. I really like the look. Performance looks really good as well. I don't know, man. It's just, I feel like I'm stretching myself short. So, for example, then again, I'm spending a lot of time on the wheelie stuff, like an hour to 2 hours every day, because I'm trying to maximize before the cold comes around. Because if I get to the memorization part when cold gets around, I could practice in the cold and go home when I'm too cold. But then I'm not learning. When you're learning, you can't afford to make a mistake when it's icy or cold or something like that. Then you're really gonna hurt yourself. So I'm getting to the memorization part where I could do it without thinking, like it's just memory kind of thing. So, but
the good Lord told you to slow down, hit you in the balls.
That's what what Anna said to me. She was like, "So are you gonna give up?" But to be honest though, she's a G though, man. I was like, because I ride and I take 20 minutes every 25 minutes. I stop and just kind of reset, because I used to do it for like 2 hours straight, and I'm like, that's kind of dumb. And I start taking breaks, and then I would realize things as I take breaks, right? And I'm like, start texting her, and I'm like, hey, what's up? Oh, here's a funny clip on Instagram I found. She was like, why are you wasting time? You practice on what? She, because she know that I am. Because what's gonna happen is, I don't achieve my goal. I'm gonna get to a point. I'm like, man, I'm gonna start feeling down about it. She's gonna be like, she probably doesn't want to see me get upset over that, because it would upset me, the fact that I let myself down, and I'm in full control of it. So that's the thing. So, it's all good, man. It's all good.
It's all good.
But I'm happy, man. I'm not hurt. I'm blessed. So it's all good.
See, this. You got to look at it this way. Now you have to focus on other things until you heal.
Yeah. It's not. It's just I just pulled my muscle. Hopefully it's bad. It's like right my heel. Like I feel like when I do it like this, it feels like it's sore. Okay.
You have a brace on it or anything, or not?
No.
No. Okay.
Nah, no brace. But I still got my nuts though. Dude, that was so scary, man. That thing pinched it, man. I was like, oh my God, dude. I put the new pegs on, and those are sharp. And I fell on that, man. It pinched. I was like, oh my Lord.
I think I watched the video of you getting those. I was like, holy shit, these things are super sharp. If he was to hit himself in the shin.
Yeah, it'll take a chunk too. So here's the thing. When you clutch up, it goes up. You want the pegs to hold your shoe, dude.
Yeah.
Remember one of my falls? You saw where I hit the rear brake and my foot missed it? It's because my foot slid on the OEM. Yeah. So I got sharper ones. I plant the feet in. It's going to stay kind of thing, know? And also, it will chew your ass up if you fall on it.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess that's for people who do motocross. They want to keep that foot planted because they're doing this all the time.
Yes.
And they want to have that grip. But man, that shit is dangerous. Holy hell.
It's dangerous, but it's all good, man. I don't know, man. I'm happy. I'm actually enjoying the stupid little bike way more than the other bikes. And I have a very good feeling I'm gonna really love the Hyper a lot more because I know I could clutch up the Hyper right now. I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
I mean, it's
same motion.
It's a different bike because it's just a whole different feel because you've been riding like the Hyper Motards and all the other bikes. And this is something new. It feels different. That it gets to a point where you're like, okay, this is kind of fun and different. And now you're doing, wheelies. So once you get the hang of that and be able to apply it onto the bigger bikes, that's gonna be dope.
Oh, Nizoni was asking about the game. Oh, Nizoni. Oh my God, we did it a little while ago. Yeah, Uncharted was one of my tops for sure. Again, guys, by the way, the people that says Uncharted and God of War, definitely message me, man. I'll get a shirt out to you guys. You know what? We probably should do this every single stream. Do like little giveaways stuff like that. It'd be fun. I have like a nice batch of like t-shirts like this. I know it looks like I wear the same thing.
The poll was a good idea. That's dope. That keeps the chat interactive. So that's dope. You should keep that.
We'll definitely do it, man. Guys, this is so cool, man. I'm having a really. I know it's not like we're not chopping it up about anything. By the way, please make sure you subscribe. Anybody that we have guests on, even though we're not talking about their channel, it's an organic conversation. And he does have another episode where we do a little bit more promo. But you definitely want to show love and support and subscribe to Sasong, man. Really cool guy. Very chill, very laid back, and really making a very big attempt to kind of join something that's super, I guess, challenging, man. YouTube and everything else. I'd like to have Nizoni on as well, too, at some point. She seems super interesting. She rides a cruiser. And I think should be very cool to have on, too.
Yeah, man. That'd be dope. There's a lot of... Let me just tell you, and I hear a lot of people say that, there's not a lot of female riders, but the group that I'm with, there's a ton. And I mean, like, married people, like, these are just women riding Hayabusas. And yeah, unfortunately, they're my people's Puerto Ricans. And of course, they like to do the weird shit, like add a whole speaker to the bottom of their fucking bike.
Oh, it's all good. Everybody enjoys theirs like they like. I'm okay with that.
I thought that I saw what they had. She had a R6, and she had 2 woofers in the bottom of her bike.
Dude, I gotta ask you, how did you like Dragon S Moto's episode?
I loved it. It was dope.
Yep.
I knew she was gonna be dope. I knew it.
Are you biased because of her bike?
Her and I actually met through Damien, Madlit S1K. So we met through Damien, and we used to have a whole group chat and everything, and we used to interact all the time. And I told her about when I did my exhaust, and I told her, it's like, you should do your exhaust. She's like, fuck that, no. She took her bike to the mechanics. Like, I'll let him do it. Yeah, so she's very intelligent, bro. Very smart.
Oh yeah, I know. She's a very smart lady. Yeah. You want to know what was my favorite part of her interview? Or pretty much, I like that about her, and I like that about who else did I have? I had Francesca. She was fun too. Laura Craft was great. Pretty much a lot of the girls that I had were pretty cool. But what I liked with Dragon S Moto is that I'm trying to think of how I phrased this so it's not like kind of like a weird. She's really into just producing content that she likes and not really just, oh, look at me and look at this. And, I mean, I'm doing like a bike wash in my bathing suit. She's genuinely just trying to show her experience and seeing who people like. I actually like that other girl. What's her name again? She does the cross country stuff. She's cute too. But I find that a lot. I said this before. I find that a lot of girls that are on bikes tend to be a little bit boring sometimes when they're doing this content, and some of them are very good as well.
Yeah, I mean, no, with Nicole, she's very down to earth. She's just a very just somebody you can talk to and not make it seem like, oh, he's just talking to me because he wants me or some crap like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know we've all been through those scenarios, and when you're just genuinely just want to have a conversation, and it just turns out to be something that, just totally left field. So, it's with her. She's a genuinely cool person, very professional too, which is dope.
Mm-hmm.
And she could shoot the shit with the best of us too. With so she's got different cool sides of her. So that's what attracted me. Like that's what attracted me to her channel and what she was doing. It was very different, and knowing that she came from Florida too and moved to Cali, and she's all gun ho like you should move to Cali too. We can ride together. And I'm like, fuck, if it wasn't so expensive, I would. It's too expensive out there. Like I can't afford to live out there, but she's dope, man. She's really, really dope. I enjoy watching her stuff. For a minute, she wasn't uploading. And she was just very Instagram heavy at one point. And then now she's starting to get back, I guess, into getting back into it.
Hold on. Okay, one sec.
Go for it.
Wow.
Uh-oh. Oh, he put me on. What's up, guys? I didn't realize he put me on. My computer's on a whole delay over here, so I don't know what's going on. Ask questions. Let me know. What was this? That's written on the wall. Okay. I already answered that one. Oh, yeah. Let's not go on that one.
There you go. I'm back. Nizoni was commenting in the gaming section thing. So here's some of my top games that I'm playing right now. Monster Hunter, favorite, one of my faves. Little Big Planet, I play with my wife all the time. And she mentioned Event Horizon Zero Dawn, one of my favorite. I gotta pick up that in PS5. Titanfall, I haven't played it yet. I think my wife usually buys me games when she finds random stuff that I would like. So, and of course Uncharted. Have to have Uncharted. And one of my favorite, also I'd like to meet the makers. Colossus, this is a classic. True G shit, Metal Gear. Dude, I play this like over and over and over and over. The Witcher, I haven't played it. My wife bought that. She buys me a lot of random games, by the way. This one's still in plastic, by the way. She also bought me Spider-Man, which I haven't played. Deus Ex, I like a lot of stuff like this. But she buys me a lot of... By the way, my dog, look what she did. She decided she was going to open it herself and destroyed it. It's all right, though. It's just a game. But yeah, I have a pretty big video game collection, and my wife buys all the time for me whenever she finds stuff. Like I think she kind of listens to stuff that I like or things that she hears me talk about, and then she would buy it randomly. I don't really buy them, and then she would buy them. Because I'm a bit of a cheapskate when it comes to buying stuff for myself. And if she wants anything, I'd be like, yeah, why not? So it's kind of funny. But yeah. Yeah, we should do like a game room. All of us could play. That's going to be so dope, man. This is very exciting to know that you guys like games too.
It's all reverse compatible.
I'm gonna get a PS5. Hopefully, I'll get mine before the holidays. Actually,
you know what's crazy? You say you still can't find those. I went to buy this game, and the guy in front of me the lady was like, "Yeah, it's the last one we have in the store." And I didn't know what the hell she was talking about. I was like, "God, I hope it's not the game." My girl pulled out a PS5 from the back, a whole box. Laid it right there. I'm like, oh shit. It was the last one in the store. He bought the last one. I was like, damn, these things are still hard to come by? Shit. So
Moto Supernova. By the way, guys, if you just tuned in, definitely hit the thumbs up. I don't know how much longer we're gonna be going. It's about 2.5 hours. So definitely hit the thumbs up. Share the stream if you guys want more people to come on and stuff. And of course, any guests that we get, like Sasong is here, his channel link's gonna be in the description. Definitely subscribe to him as well. Moto Supernova mentioned, why did Savage BMW Barbie come down? I didn't understand what was going on there. So did you watch the entire thing? That's the question. Harley dude with an Indian motorcycle problem. You would have to watch the whole thing in order to understand. So it's long story short. We were doing a sit down conversation. She mentioned an experience that she's had with other people in the motorcycling community that didn't work out well. People didn't like that she mentioned that, and that was a whole thing. Long story short, I had promised that I would take it down because I don't want to be the person that caused issues in between someone's personal life. In the beginning, I did say that I was going to take it down or at least edit it out. And if I edit it out, it would break the context. The whole show would look kind of weird and off. So I didn't chop it off, but I did privatize the whole thing. And after I thought about it, I wanted to put it back up. And even speaking with like some of the other people that are in the industry, they're like, yeah, you should put it back up or whatever it may be. But I try to be a man of my word. Since I did say I was going to do that, I didn't put it back up. But moving forward, we do not take anything off. Doesn't matter what is said, what you don't like. Everyone's adult here. If you have something that you want to say that you don't feel like, it was right, you could. The platform's open to you. You can always come back and dispute with the person, or at least tell your side of the story. I think it's a fair place to have an open dialogue.
As crazy as it sounds, I almost had I wouldn't say a similar situation, but kind of.
Mm-hmm.
There was a video of one of the girls that, on a Busa. She had crashed. She went ahead, like her visor came off a little bit, and somebody fixed it, and then she took off after the light turned, and we were headed to a club somewhere. And then all of a sudden, I saw plastics everywhere. I'm like, what the hell?
She crashed again?
She crashed.
Wow.
And I was like, okay. And then the scariest part of the whole thing was we found the bike, but we couldn't find her.
Oh, crap.
We could not find her. We didn't know where the hell she was. And we were all scrambling everywhere. There was like at least 20 of us. And we finally found her. And she was not wearing any gear. She was wearing this little spaghetti strap shirt, and like the material was just, basically wasted away from hitting the ground. So all her clothing had came off. And of course, I've edited all of that out. I covered it, and I did that video pretty tasteful, and then uploaded it and whatnot so everybody can see what happened and kind of like use it as an educational video. But unfortunately, she ended up passing away. Like, she made it to the hospital. She was good for a few days, and then she passed away. Mm-hmm. So then the family reached out to me and said, I need you to take down that video, blah, blah, blah. So I was going to delete it, but I ended up just privatizing it, just like you did. And then eventually one of the family members said, hey, do you still have that video? I would love to watch it. Or do you have a hard copy of it? I was like, I can just remove the private and you'll be able to see it again. And that's how I did it. So yeah, kudos to you for not deleting that whole thing, because that's a whole 2 hours of your time, in the channel. And it's a learning experience for somebody.
Yeah, it's definitely a big learning experience. And then things happen. To be honest, for like about a week and a half, it bothered me a lot. It didn't bother me because of the whole thing that happened or the fact that I took down the video. What bothered me the most about the whole thing is the fact that I had to censor someone else. And that's the problem that I have, not to go too deep into this. For example, Andrew Tate, Kanye West, who else? Donald Trump, It feels like anytime somebody has an unpopular opinion, not to say that everything somebody says is right, this is America. Whether you like something or not, people could say what they want. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it. But everyone has an opinion. They could say what they want. Mm-hmm. So you can't you can't silence people. And that was the part that bothered me, the fact that I had to silence her conversation. Because I would feel some type of way if I had a conversation with you and then you You just decided, I'm just gonna mute Mike. That's what I just did. I just mute this person.
Right.
Now, granted, if she said something you didn't like, and I did offer, you can come on the show and have a respectable conversation, explaining your side, and then just be respectful. As long as nobody's being threatened or threatening harm to someone or their family or anything like that, I'm okay with it. We could all talk or whatever, or at least find a common ground. Right. You know what I mean? Because we don't all have to agree on the very same thing for it to be okay. It's like, for example, people like, oh, we're not friends because we don't agree on the same. That's crazy. That's nutsy talk. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that was the thing that kind of bothered me. And also some really good friends mentioned some really good thing. Like Solo Rider mentioned that, you know, for an opportunity to talk about bikes and stuff, you could really talk. There's so many really great feedback from everyone that just gave really good opinions and feedback. I think it became something where I learned a lot from. Even one thing when the gentleman called and was like, hey, put me on three-way, I thought to myself, like a day after, I'm like, wow, you know, it'd be kind of cool. We should do a three-way stream with like 3 of us. So there are some goods that came out of it, and I'm like prepping for that long term. So maybe we could do like a three-way split screen and talk with everybody. That'd be kind of fun too. So, you know, stuff like that. So, but, you know, again, like what really bothered me is the fact that I have to silence someone. And I am not one of those people. That's one of the biggest problem I have, like the whole Kanye West thing. What is he saying? Is it right or wrong? Or if it's okay or not okay? I don't know. But should you shut him up? No. Everybody could talk. Everyone could say what they want. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to say he's right or wrong, but they could say their opinion.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, he just said some crazy.
Yeah, but you're not hurting people. If you're not physically hurting people, you're not saying, hey, go do this to someone.
No.
When have words became physical? You know, it's words.
Welcome to 2022. People are very sensitive.
You just hurt my feelings right now.
Let me just tell you, at my job, I have that problem at my job currently. I have to watch what I say because I remember me joking around. You know me, I joke around all the time. And then, like, for example, there was so there's me. I'm a supervisor in my role. So there's 2 other supervisors. Mm-hmm. The girl was like talking to another chick, and she was like, hold on, I got to go to use the bathroom really quick. And me joking, they know me. Mm-hmm. I've been in this role for 15 years. And I just said, enjoy your number 2. Just joking. The other chick took offense to that. She was like, aren't you going to take him to HR? I'm like,
oh my God, dude. Jesus Christ.
Are you fucking kidding me right now? Like this, we're just joking. She knows me very well. She knows how I am. She knows how I joke. And she's already taken me to HR. Now I got to, walk on eggshells around that one.
Well, now here, my favorite thing about all of this, to be honest, I mean, not that we're kind of switching lane here from motorcycles. Just, well, you know what? Let me preference this by making the argument based on the fact that I'm black. Mm-hmm. Okay? I love seeing people getting offended for me. I don't get offended. What the fuck does that mean? I'm a functioning person that understands things. I don't need someone else to get offended on my behalf. I know how to read and write. I've noticed this new trend of people getting offended for other people. Just like what the hell's happening right now? What do you think, I'm retarded? So that's just kind of weird. You just got a little backlash of that where you made a joke with someone else, but someone outside that circle got offended. So that's kind of weird. Anyway, I'm derailing on that one.
Let me say retarded at my job. I will get fired like that. That's how sensitive people are. Yeah. There's a younger generation coming through, and they're just so sensitive about everything. So.
No, I don't. Any coworkers, I don't. So I find a good little solution to this issue that you're having, by the way. Any coworker, I separate my personal life, my family life away from coworkers. Coworkers are people I work with. That is it. I've seen them like, oh, you want to go out, afterwards to dinner. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
I don't.
We just work together. Huh?
Yep. I don't associate with any of them.
No, I don't associate with people I work with.
There's only one person that I associate myself with in that job, and he doesn't even associate with anybody. He's another YouTuber that he does travel vlogs with his wife. So, but outside of that, like him and we've been hanging out since like 2012. So we go way back, and I've never had an issue with him, and he's had the same issues that I had. Outside of that, I don't go out to dinner. I don't have drinks. None of that shit.
Well, what's strange is you could be completely fine, cool with someone, and everything's been very kosher on your work environment. You go out for dinner, you make a joke, and that's it.
Yep.
So I'm not saying that you shouldn't be friends with people you work with, but I find that it's best to separate the whole thing. Like, if we work together, if it's not like office related stuff, don't text me outside of work. Like when we break off from the work environment, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cold thing to do, but I think it's a very safe thing to do, especially because you don't know. You don't know.
Yeah. It is. I mean,
because you imagine you make 150 grand a year, and you make a joke over a beer, and your whole thing is done.
Yeah.
And you've worked your way through that. It's not worth it. I'd rather not have friends.
And people with phones nowadays that record the whole conversation. Yeah, I got it all right here.
Yeah. So it's just kind of weird. Anyway, we're derailing this whole part right there. Jesus Christ, I just went on a tangent. I apologize. It's motorcycles, guys. Anyway, it's motorcycles. We just chop it up.
Motorcycles and all the above.
Motorcycle and all the above. But Moto Supernova, man. I mean, he said he did see the entire stream, so it's all good. By the way, guys, if anybody want to hit us up for that shirt, you could DM me on Instagram and give me your information, and we'll send your stuff out. All right, and that was kind of cool. We should definitely do giveaways. I think that's kind of fun. That was fun doing that. 2024. Let's see here. Anybody got any questions and comments you want to throw up? I mean, I haven't even had dinner. I've just been waiting to kind of do this with you guys.
You have dinner so late. What is up with that?
I don't eat dinner late. It's just for Sundays we kind of sacrifice it. So now after having dinner. Oh, you have. Oh, thank you, sweetie. So I know Anna's probably starving. So what happened now is we're gonna have dinner. I'm gonna go walk my dog so we don't sit down. Those are some of the sacrifices for doing this on Sunday nights, man. It is what it is. We don't eat dinner this late. But on Sundays, as long as the show goes on, so we just wait, kind of thing. So, yeah. If we're having fun, man, I'm not gonna stop it or cut it. So it's awesome.
Of course, man. Of course. Jeez, but yeah. So you're saying that you're gonna get a 2023 S1000 double R? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know, man. You know what I want to do though. To be honest, Eve gave me some really good advice. He was like, yo, you're already in the Ducati camp. And for you to get into the space with the brand, if you want to do like a move like that, you're already there. It's like you're already into the brand. And also some people has already acknowledged you already. So on a business level, it could help. But I do like the BMW a lot. You know what I mean? It's like, I like the Beamer a lot, man. No, hands down, it's a beautiful bike. It's a fun bike, very confident, inspiring. And I'm buying this bike.
That's like Dylan, man. Like he's got it down pat. He knows what bike to get because it'll help his channel grow. He just doesn't get a bike just to get a bike. Like with me, when I got rid of the R1 and went into this 1K, saw my subscriber count starting to drop. I was like, holy shit, this is serious.
Yeah, but that's the one thing I don't want to do with my channel. I don't want to make my channel. You know what we're doing here? This is what I want the channel to be like for me. I want people to come in and say, I like hearing these guys chopping it up. Let's be part of the conversation. Yeah. I don't want it to be like, yo, man, he bought a Porsche. He bought this. That's why I'm here. That's not the driven factor. It's us that's the driven factor, in my opinion.
True.
That's the thing. True. And it's a harder road. I get it. You want to fall in line where you get some of the latest thing. You get a lot of the clicks. And that works, and there's nothing wrong with it at all. But I've always strived. I wanted to be known for the work ethic, the fact that we can pull up every Sunday and always do it, change the energy level, and make it something that it's fun and have a good time. And like I said, I don't want people to like me for my wallet. I want people to like what I'm doing because they like what I'm doing. So it's a little bit of that, man. I have like a fighting inclination regarding the two things, but I do like that BMW. Dragon S Moto just dropped in, by the way. What are your next
we had
upgrade?
a whole conversation about you, and you missed it entirely.
Oh, he was saying all wild stuff about
whether it
you.
was good or bad, it's up to you to find out. You have to go back and watch the stream.
He was talking all kind of trash about you. Dragon S Moto. Like, oh my God. Don't embarrass me, sir.
Yeah.
Oh my God, don't tell her to go back. I made a lot of nuts joke. Oh my God, don't go back. Don't go back. Oh my God, I've made inappropriate jokes and stuff, so don't. Oh my God.
She can handle it. This is Nicole can handle it. She's good. I'm telling you. She's built like a brick. She got this.
All right. So I am gonna, by the way, if anybody's tuning in late in the game, definitely hit the thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. It'd be really cool. Oh my God. Is she laughing at me saying the nut jokes? Oh my God. Don't go back. Don't go back. Shit.
Yeah, what great things did you say about me? A lot of great things.
Yeah, just stay with the great things. Now she's going to go back. Oh my God.
I tell you what, man. I tell Dragon's Mode all the time. I tell her that I miss Damien. I wish he would come back. He was really cool, man. He was really cool. He's still he's doing something because right now he's updated his YouTube. You know how when you go into YouTube that top layer where the background is, he updated that to something different. I think he got himself into a relationship.
Who?
So I'm like, that's dope.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Madlit S1K, Damien.
Oh, okay. Well, he lost his channel, by the way. I did invite him to come on the stream.
You see what she wrote?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my God. She saw the nut joke. Oh my.
Everyone done saw your nuts, Mike. Okay.
I thought it was like the boys gonna be all night, so you're just gonna be like being stupid. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I miss him too, man. But Damon was dope. We always shot the shit. He was telling me about what parts he wanted to get, stuff like that.
Dude, I sent him an invite, and I think I was like, he should come through.
I told him. I said, yo, yeah, he did tell me. I told him, I was like, yo, you should go into Mike's stream. He was like, yeah, I saw his invite. I'll plan on doing it. And then shortly after that, he got super busy with uploading content, and then boom, his bike got stolen.
Funny thing is, he rides a lot in same areas that I ride.
Really? You guys never bumped into each other?
No.
Oh, it's crazy.
I think he works a lot. Me personally, I just kind of, dude, I do like the get up and go. The best part is that I do a lot of get up and go. Like, I'm the kind of person I would finish the stream, have dinner, and jump on the bike and just go somewhere for like 3 hours. That's the beauty.
Yeah, I can't wait to get my house. I could do that. The problem is here is that, like, this is a townhouse, so the garage door is literally under where the bedroom is. Mm-hmm. So when I open up the garage door, you clearly hear that in her bedroom, the roommate's bedroom. So I don't want to wake anybody up. You know what I'm saying? But once I get my place, man, January. Oh my God, it's such a far stretch.
Did I say my method to coming home? I mean, before I used to be like a total douche. Like, I would just take my bike and leave. Now, when I go out late night and I'm coming home, when I'm like about a mile away, I just like crank the throttle, go really, really fast, and then just dump it into neutral and shut off the bike and just coast home.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I used to do that when I lived with my parents.
Just coast home.
My dad used to let me borrow he had a Yamaha. I don't even know what the hell kind of bike that was. It was kind of like a cruiser bike. And I remember when I used to get home late, like I used to go, my dad used to be like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm just going to go, around the block, just kind of hang out. And then I'm going to go to the basketball court and make up some shit. And then when I used to get home super late, that's exactly what I used to do. I used to just chop the throttle hard and then turn it off. And then when I got to just let it coast to the house.
Coast to the house, yeah. I don't know. I just starting to feel a lot more guilty about doing some stuff that, like, before, like, I wouldn't really care about, really, to be honest. But now it's like, I hate being an adult sometimes, man. I just start feeling bad for people. Like, man, I don't want to be that one guy in the neighborhood kind of thing. So,
I mean, it might go to your advantage. You can't be a dick all the time.
nah, you can't, dude. I'm like, babe, are there any other black people that lives around here? I don't really think so. I think there's like, in a radius of like a mile, maybe like 2 black people. Like, you don't want to be that one guy to, you know. I don't want to be like the stereotype.
As crazy as it sounds, in New York, when I lived in New York, I've never had an issue with race in any way, shape, or form. We all hung out together, no problems. It wasn't until I came down to Florida when I experienced the segregation. I'm like, wow, this is ridiculous.
I don't think that I've experienced anything weird, but it's just, I know for sure that there's not a lot of black people here, so it's all good. I just don't want to be that guy, be like, man, they let them black guy.
Ducati pilots like you're getting old, Mike.
Making all this noise, him and his little Chinese wife. Oh my God, some of the nonsense, man. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, guys. This is what you get, man, after me having a traumatic moment yesterday, okay?
Just read what the Ducati pilot wrote. It's about you.
The Ducati pilot, you're getting old, Mike. Yeah, listen, man, it's just kind of wild. Let me let me bring back size on real quick before we wrap up. I swear to God, I could sit here all night just chopping it up with you guys, just like trash talking. It's like having beers and stuff with everyone. It's just kind of weird. Man, I keep telling you. I remember when I was like a selfish prick when I was young. It's just like, I don't really care about anyone. I don't really care what I do. I say anything I want. I swear to God, I can sit here all night just chopping it up with you guys. Now I'm like being mindful about people. Damn it. Those were the days, man. Those were the days, the good old days.
Those were the days.
Oh, man. With our Chinese Ducati motorbikes. I remember one of the neighbors, I guess they're older women. And what was I doing? They saw me with the bike. It was like, you got a motorcycle? You're gonna hurt yourself with that thing. I'm like, no, I think I'll be okay. So, we get a lot of that stuff. It's
you
cool.
want to hear that? Just reminded me. When I bought my first bike, not my first bike, but my first sports bike. It was a 2004 GSXR 600, and me and the wife at the time, she says, we got to go to grandma's house so she can bless the bikes, right? So she pulls out the oil. She pulls out the oil. Now, mind you, it had been a hot summer in New York. We had been riding all day, and that was our final stop. This lady, I felt so bad because she pulls out the little oil. She's like, bless these bikes, Lord. Make sure that, and she put her finger right on the exhaust.
Oh my God. She was like, Satan. That's the heat from Satan.
It was the cutest reaction. She goes, Lord bless these bikes. Oh, Lord Jesus, that was hot.
Oh my goodness.
I felt so bad.
Dude.
I said, Grandma, you all right? She's like, yes. You should have warned me next time, child.
I'll tell you another fun story. So I walked my bike. Oh, by the way, shout out to my dog. I just bought some new Alpine Stars glove, which I love. And I put them on the table right before I wheelie practice on Saturday. Put them on the table. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to put my sneakers on. I went to the home office. My dog got real quiet. She's just chilling. Come back. She destroyed the gloves. They're like $150. I wore them once.
Oh, my God.
Destroyed them. But shout out to her, though. It's all right. It's all good.
That's my brand, baby. That's what I use. That's all I use.
Yo, she destroyed the hell out of the gloves. By the way, there's another little old man that lives around here. He's very cool. He was like, so I heard, Mike, you like motorcycles. Come with me. Let's go to the back. He's a really nice guy and stuff like that. And he was like, you like classic cars? He has like really nice, like souped up classic car. He's like, I like cars. Take a look. We should go for a ride on Sunday. Come ride with me by the beach. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, this little older white guy and this is a black guy going to the beach on an old muscle car would be the strangest thing. But he's been super nice. Always says hi to myself and Anna and our dog and stuff like that. So it's super nice. There's some cool people and stuff, but I stay to myself a little bit.
You're gonna get there eventually. You're gonna be one of those old people. Oh, you ride the motorcycle too?
Yeah.
I used to have one.
I used to have one of those things. That was dangerous. Loud.
We're all gonna get there, man. I was doing a vlog today, and I was talking about how certain people, you know, how they drive. That's gonna be us one day, man. Yeah. We're gonna be on the road trying to figure out where to go, where.
Oh my
Which way are we going? Yeah, we're gonna get there, man.
Yeah. Anyway, let me let you wrap up, man. Guys, please, if you're tuning in, definitely hit the thumbs up. You could always leave comments. We'll reply even after the stream. Definitely give Sasong a follow. It was really cool just chopping it up tonight, man. I just went from bikes to everything, I guess. It's just, I like it, man. I had such a good night. I can't even thank you guys enough. You don't know what you did, because I was just like super traumatized from yesterday's thing, and I was just like freaking out a little bit. Not that I was scared to not continue practicing. It was just like, Anna was like, "You really quiet today?" I'm like, and I was very afraid to tell her that I almost hurt my nuts, because I knew she was gonna freak out. When I just walked into the house, and I was just stood in the kitchen, put my pants down, just like filling it up. She's like, "You all right?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, that's the adventure, guys. I'm sorry.
That's life, man. That's life, bro.
Yo,
biker life. The biker life.
It's all good. All right, Sasong, I'm gonna give you the floor so you can wrap up, dude, because I don't want to take the whole time. There you go. It's all you.
Appreciate it. Well, you guys, if you know me, Sasong Moto, you already know I'm pretty much on almost every platform with that same name. So you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, also on TikTok, which I'm pretty big there. So just Sasong Moto. So any questions, hit me up. I'm always glad to help. If you are into the motovlog world, ask me any questions. I'm always here to help. With any questions, you can ask most of the people that are on the stream right now, that they know that I don't mind helping out with equipment, ideas. You know, shoot me some ideas as well. I can implement them in my stream. Or not my stream, but my motovlogs. But yeah, that's basically it. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate everyone coming through. By the way, Futuristic Viper, I blessed all my bikes before I start going out there and do wild stuff with it. All right? I have video clips of me getting them all blessed. I stay blessed in these streets. Okay? So you know. Anyway, guys, thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate everyone coming through tonight. Thank you for the super chats. That's also very helpful. And make sure you hit the thumbs up, comment, and share the content. And if you know someone that would like to be in the stream or have a conversation, I'd love to have him on. That'd be great. Again, thank you all for tuning in. I can't say thank you enough, man. You guys really had made my, I'd say, week a lot better, just chopping it up. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next Sunday. Hopefully all tune in, and hopefully we have a cool guest. All right? Catch you guys later. Peace.